points. I think that says a great deal about their defense. I think they're playing great defense right now. But their offensive numbers have improved. Their scoring, their ability to rush the ball. They're not turning the ball over. They're taking care of it. And that too, is something that improves with time, the ball handling of this offense. So you give credit to their coaches. Coach Higgins, Coach Bodine, who we all here have great respect for, was an assistant here at Georgia Southern. I think he does a great job. Craig Candido's coaching their quarterbacks, and Craig played on the Navy teams when I was there with Coach Johnson, and he's just a fine young football coach. They're doing a great job, and we're certainly going to have our hands full. We are concerned about this Citadel team.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Both defenses for both the Citadel and Georgia Southern are going to know about these offense. I doubt anything's going to throw anybody for a loop. Special teams will be extremely big in this game. They have blocked 7 punts on the season, not only blocking punts, but they've been able to get points off of that, which helped them against Chattanooga and helped them against Appalachian State. You talk about special teams all the time, and I know it's probably no different this week, but it could be huge.
7 punt blocks, 3 for touchdowns, 3 last week against VMI, including a touchdown in that game off of a blocked punt. Really impressive. And they've got a couple of kids that have a knack for it, and you can see that when they call a punt block, those kids are just playing as fast as they can. They really get excited about the opportunity to block a punt and come after it. We're going to have to do a great job of protecting. Defensively, it's amazing that we run the same offense, and we compete against it in preseason practice and in the spring, and just how foreign it is when we get ready to prepare for it during the season. Our defense has really been working hard, and gosh, I tell you, it's a bugger to defend. I've spent time on the defensive side of the field the majority of the time this week, and there's a lot to prepare for, and we're working at it, and our kids are, I think, prepared. We've given them tests and tips and reminders, and they've got it all on paper, and now it's just a matter of going out and playing the game.
All right, Coach, big homecoming game here. Should be an exciting crowd. Should be a great atmosphere for football, and we may all be done in about an hour and a half.
Well, these typically are fast football games, and I don't care how long or how short it takes. I hope our guys will play a great game, and we'll find a way to get a victory.
Sounds good to me, Coach. Thanks.
Thank you.
Head Coach Jeff Monken joining us on the countdown to kickoff. We'll take a timeout. We return. Terry Harvin, Ryan Chambers. They'll break down the matchups, the Citadel and Georgia Southern, right here on the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Hey, Georgia Southern fans, this is Jay Rowe with Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers in Savannah. As a Georgia Southern grad myself, I wanted to take this opportunity to wish the football team the best of luck this season. Plus, all of the staff at Lee Hill & Rowe would like to thank the over 4,000 individuals, families, and business owners that trust Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers to handle their auto, home, and business insurance needs. As independent insurance agents, we work hard to provide the right amount of coverage with the best service available, all at a very competitive price. Go Eagles!
During Harp on Sports from now until Friday, November 18th, ESPN 102.1 is going to give you the chance to win a free turkey, courtesy of Coach's Corner. At 4:40 every weekday during Harp on Sports, listen for the turkey call. Be the first caller, and you're going to win a free fried turkey. It's just that easy. It's the Harp on Sports ESPN 102.1 Coach's Corner Turkey Call, going on every weekday from now until Friday, November 18th, right here on ESPN 102.1 and ESPN1021.com.
Holiday season has arrived. Walker Pharmacy wants to share this special season with you. While getting your prescriptions filled, the friendly staff at Walker Pharmacy will help you find the perfect holiday gift for everyone on your list. They make it easy to get in the holiday spirit with their affordable home decor and trendy fall apparel. Come on in. You won't believe how much there is to see. Walker Pharmacy is located in Main Street Village, North Side Drive West in Statesboro, and Brooklet Drug in downtown Brooklet.
The competition has been thrown for a loss. Every day, Vaden Nissan of Statesboro tackles high car prices and payments with huge discounts and savings and passes them directly to you on every new Nissan car and truck in stock. Right now, take $10,000 off 2011 Titans. MSRP $40,005, selling price $30,005. Plus tax and title, dealer retains all rebates and incentives. Plus hundreds of pre-owned cars and trucks in stock every day. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro. Just look for the giant American flag.
We are ESPN 102.1.
The countdown to kickoff, presented by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Once again, from the Verizon broadcast booth, here is the voice of the Eagles, Chris Blair.
Good Saturday afternoon, Eagle fans, and welcome to Allen E. Paulson Stadium on the campus of Georgia Southern University. Side of today's Southern Conference matchup between the Citadel Bulldogs and your Georgia Southern Eagles. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair, along with former Eagle Terry Harvin, Ryan Chambers, Russ Brown, and studio engineer Christy Maxwell on hand to bring you today's play-by-play story. It's homecoming day at Georgia Southern, celebrating, among many other things, 30 years of Eagle football, as many past lettermen from some of the best teams in the history of college football return home to watch the 2011 edition of the Eagles, who try to reach win number 8 on the season and capture that 7th win in Division I action to become eligible for postseason play. The Citadel Bulldogs come in with a 4-4 overall mark, 2-4 in league play, and have seemed to become comfortable with the triple option offense, especially over the last 3 weeks. Georgia Southern tries to recover from their first loss on the season to Appalachian State on the road last week in Boone, after their most dismal offensive performance of the season, rushing well shy of their season average. The Eagles are second in the Southern Conference in rushing totals per game, while the Citadel comes in third. Both teams averaging over 300 yards on the ground per game this season. Today it comes down to execution and who wants it more, up front, up the middle, and around the edge. While special teams play could be huge in this battle, the Citadel leading FCS football with 8 block punts on the year, going against one of the most veteran and talented kick teams in the country. So grab your favorite cold beverage, find your favorite chair, and sit back and enjoy the exciting action of Citadel and Georgia Southern, who meet for the 21st time, with the Eagles leading all-time 16-4 and 10-1 here at the prettiest little stadium in America. Up next, Terry Harvin and Ryan Chambers will break down the matchups as we continue on the countdown to kickoff, presented by State Farm Insurance, here on the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
In Monticello, call Judy Yielding, Bill Sumner in Swainsboro, or Ron Carter in Martinez.
Fans Heritage Bank of the South is a proud supporter of Georgia Southern University. Just visit their location on Northside Drive next to Walmart in Statesboro, where Shirley Mincy and her team will offer fast, friendly, and efficient service. Heritage Bank of the South has a strong team of local leaders and local advisors because they believe in local decisions made by local people. Bank with those you know and trust. Bank with Heritage Bank of the South. 3 area locations: 335 South Main Street, 201 South Main Street, and 726 Northside Drive.
Toyota doesn't need celebrities to help sell their cars. They'd rather let their owners do it. Wondering what your next car should be? Let a Toyota owner help you decide. Now get the 2011 Toyota Camry with 0% APR financing for 60 months, plus $500 customer cash. Monthly payment is $1,667 for every $1,000 financed through Southeast Toyota Finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and applicable dealer fees. Cannot be combined with other offers. Must complete retail sale and delivery between September 7th to 30th, 2011. There's no better time and no better vehicle. Hurry to your local Toyota dealer today because these deals won't last long.
Get ready to test your fanhood at Bud Light Fan Camp. It's the ultimate football fan skills competition, and it's coming to a city near you. Sign up today and start training, because the top team in each market will win a trip to the Fan Camp Finals in Hawaii. For more details, go to facebook.com/Bud Light. Here we go. No purchase necessary. Must be U.S. resident except California, 21 or older. Contest ends 1/30/12. For complete details, see official rules at facebook.com/Bud Light. Void where prohibited. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the countdown to kickoff, presented by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Once again, from the Verizon broadcast booth, here is the voice of the Eagles, Chris Blair.
Back at Alan E. Paulson Stadium as Georgia Southern saluting the senior class of 2011 for the Eagle football team. Going to miss 22 of these young men who will play their final home game, at least in the regular season, today against the Citadel Bulldogs. Let's talk about the matchups today between the Eagles and the Bulldogs. Against similar offenses, we may be done in about 90 minutes today, Terry Harvin, but it's going to be down to who wants it more. As I said earlier, Coach Munkin said today's game is all about execution.
It is all about execution, and that's exactly the problem that we had last week up at Boone, North Carolina against Appalachian State, is we had challenges with execution and assignment football, in particular taking out the cornerback, Chris, and taking out the safety. They, in turn, by not able to make that block, they could take out our pitch man, and the offense never could work. We could never get it going up the middle. That's the problems we had. When I talked about last week, do not turn the ball over, I was thinking of fumbles, Chris. I wasn't thinking of interceptions. And here we go right out of the gate, throw 2 interceptions. We don't turn the ball over fumble-wise, but we throw interceptions. We need the front 5 guys to do an excellent job today. Claire opened the hole. Darian Bird, you're going to see him moved over to guard today. William Maximer at guard, and Brett Moore, you're going to see DeBarlow at tackle, and you're going to see Amore at center. A little different than in Brandavius Mann, trying to fight some injuries. We need some changes there on the offensive line, and hopefully that will spur some things there to open up the gaps for us for Jabo Shaw to get that offense going. For the Citadel, you've seen them make adjustments and improve in the option game as they transition during the year. Folks, this is a team that hung 42 points on Appalachian State. They're finally getting it when it comes to the offense, anchored by a 6'6" offensive tackle in Neil Strange. They got some small guys up front, but they're very disciplined. So you're going to see a disciplined offensive line blocking, so we're going to need our front 4 doing a good job. Den Brupri is a sophomore quarterback trying to run this offense. We ought to have them on speed. We got to make sure we can knock them out of the game, Chris, so they don't have the execution.
All right, let's talk defense a little bit. And Ryan Chambers down on the sideline. A little windy day here in Statesboro. And is either defense going to be fooled by the offense today?
It's one of those games where your Monday through Friday preparation for an option team really finally pays off, because you're seeing exactly what you've seen Monday through Friday for the last 10 weeks as you've started the regular season practice. For Georgia Southern, it's going to come down to doing better defensive assignments. Last week, if you look at it as a whole, Georgia Southern played pretty well defensively, but the mistakes were very much magnified because they were just bad mistakes. They were bad assignments, especially in the secondary. Now, this is a Citadel team that's not going to throw the ball. That hadn't been their bread and butter. They haven't been very good at throwing the football, but that doesn't mean that when they do try and there was attempts to come out that you have to play better assignments. This team knows it. This coaching staff knows it, and it's certainly nothing that was lost on them come Monday. I would look for the things in the secondary. Some of those problems will be tightened up a bit this week. For defensively for Citadel, and as we know, and this fan base knows, and when it comes to playing the triple option, it comes to the nose tackle. And Derek Douglas, 6'1", 265, a sophomore nose tackle. He is probably their biggest playmaker. They're very strong up front, and it'll be something to watch. That we've got to be able to win that piece of the battle up there. And with a new center in there, it's going to be even more important, guys.
All right, thank you, Ryan. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff today. Homecoming day at Georgia Southern. It's the Eagles taking on the Bulldogs of the Citadel. We'll take a timeout on the countdown to kickoff when we return. Get you set for the start. Georgia Southern and the Citadel. Week number 9 of the college football season for Georgia Southern. We'll do that when we continue in just a moment. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
See John Mark Butler in Dublin, Philip Gay in Soperton, and Lee Gerardo in Claxton.
Wall-to-wall football, crazy good food, and a whole lot of fun. That's what I call the Loco's Triple Option. Jim Lanier and his team run it to perfection. Go up the gut with the new dry rub, slow-roasted, fall-off-the-bone wings. Or pitch it to their always fresh and delicious field of greens. Or keep it around the end with one of their premium burger favorites from the Gridiron All-Stars. Oh, yeah, you'll scream, touchdown, Loco! Locos. Wall-to-wall football, crazy good food, and a whole lot of fun. Locos Grill and Pub, Statesboro. Locos,
Harold promised his
crazy.
7-year-old son, CJ, that he would build him a fort. That's why Georgia Power wants to be the official energy partner of keeping Harold's promise. Not only will we help Harold build that fort by supplying the reliable electricity he'll need, but we'll give him a blueprint to fortify his home and help save energy. It's called EarthSense. With EarthSense, he'll find energy savings he didn't know he had, and he can get hundreds of dollars back in rebates when he makes energy efficiency improvements to his home. To learn more about EarthSense, go to GeorgiaPower.com. Georgia Power, official energy partner of you.
Southeastern Orthopedic Center is now Optum Orthopedics. With nearly 30 satellite offices, 3 Southeast Georgia hospitals, and a variety of additional physician practices, a new name was needed. Optum Orthopedics. The Eagles rely on Optum Orthopedics to get them back in the game, and you can rely on them to get you back into the game of life. Southeastern Orthopedics is now Optum Orthopedics. New name, but as always, their commitment to their patients is forefront with the focus on you. Optum Orthopedics.
This is the Countdown to Kickoff, presented by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Once again, from the Verizon broadcast booth, here is the voice of the Eagles, Chris Blair.
The 21st meeting all time between the Citadel Bulldogs and the Georgia Southern Eagles on the gridiron. The Eagles lead this series 16-4. They are 10-1 here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. We are about 2 minutes away from kickoff as the captains meet on the field. They'll have the live toss of the coin. We'll find out who the Eagles and the Bulldogs, which one will take the football first when we return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium. We'll put boot to ball when we return in just a moment. This is Georgia Southern football on the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
You're passionate about your team and your attire, and so is the Sur Shop. The Sur Shop is ready for Georgia Southern and UGA football with new hot lines for men and women like Cutter and Buck, Southern Tide, and Southern Proper, Guy Harvey, the North Face, and Southern Marsh. You've got style and class, so set off your new wardrobe with top brand shoes like Kavoo and Cole Haan. Let the Sur Shop add quality and style to your game day experience. The Sur Shop, located in the Statesboro Mall.
Sunday night, it's a rematch between two fierce divisional rivals when Baltimore takes on Pittsburgh. Hi, this is Dave Sims of Westwood One. Join James Lofton and me for all the action from the Subway Fresh broadcast booth in the Steel City. Ray Lewis and the Ravens, they demolished the Steelers in week number 1. Can Big Ben Roethlisberger's squad gain sweet revenge and grab a big win in a tight division race? Baltimore, Pittsburgh. If it's Sunday night football, it's right here.
Sunday at 8 on ESPN 102.1.
Hey, are you hungry? Barnes Restaurant has a simple question for you. What do you feel like? Do you feel like home cooking, barbecue, chicken, pork chops, even seafood? Barnes has a takeout menu to keep your family happy and keep you out of the kitchen. They offer something for everybody. Their chicken comes straight from the rotisserie or crispy fried with their signature blend of spices. And fresh fish is always on the menu, too. Barnes has been doing barbecue the old-fashioned way since 1975. Slow smoked over oak and hickory. Boy, it brings out the best flavor in their pulled pork, ribs, and brisket. Every plate is handcrafted to perfection, guaranteed to leave your mouth watering. Try their shrimp and grits or fish and grits. Creamy, made-from-scratch grits, served with shrimp, fish, or both, fried or grilled, and topped with homemade gravy. It sure knocks the chill out of fall. At Barnes Restaurant, they've got something for everybody. You're guaranteed not to leave hungry. On Waters Avenue in Midtown. So, Savannah, what do you feel like tonight?
ESPN 102.1.
Today's broadcast is an exclusive copyrighted presentation of the Georgia Southern Radio Network. Thank you for listening and enjoy today's game.
Start of today's game on a windy but sunshine-filled day here in Statesboro, Georgia. Welcome back to the Verizon broadcast booth. Chris Blair, former Eagle Terry Harvin, Ryan Chambers on the sideline. Russ Brown in the booth with us here as Georgia Southern gets set to take on the Citadel for Homecoming 2011. Time now to introduce today's officiating crew, presented by Dr. Horace Deal and Professional Eye Care of Statesboro. Making the right call starts with taking care of your vision. Professional Eye Care of Statesboro, committed to providing comprehensive, high-quality vision care. Visit them online at drdeal.net. Dr. Horace Deal and Professional Eye Care of Statesboro, official team eye doctor of the Georgia Southern Eagles. Our referee today, out of the Southern Conference, Ed Rhodes. Umpire Wayne Rigsby. Linesman Jerry Wilson. Line judge Terry Mark. Side judge Keith Johnson, field judge Greg Brock, and the back judge is Jay Neal. Time now for the first half kickoff presented by Heritage Bank of the South. 20 locations across the state of Georgia, 3 convenient locations in Statesboro. Heritage Bank of the South, committed to making local decisions by local people. Bank with people you know. Heritage Bank of the South, there for you then, here for you now. It'll be Aaron Miller, or rather Keith Gamble and Kevin Hardy back deep for the Bulldogs. Eagles won the toss. They defer to the second half. Billy Greer will tee it up at the 30-yard line. He will kick this right to left, wind at his back, blowing right to left. Here's the approach and the kick. Football is underway in Statesboro as Kevin Hardy fields it at the 3-yard line near side. Up the near side hash. Hardy gets hit hard, breaks off a tackle, now heads to the far side. He's got room 25-30, 35-40. Billy Greer has a chance and brings him out of bounds in Bulldog, or rather Eagle territory, at the Georgia Southern 45-yard line. Kickoff returns have been a problem for Georgia Southern. Hardy on the season, a 23-yard kickoff return average. And the ability, or the inability, Terry, to wrap up at about the 30 of the Eagles allows Hardy to break it into Georgia Southern territory. First down and 10 at the Eagle 45.
Great way to start the day for the Bulldogs on the Eagles sideline, and I'm surprised there's not a flag. If there's not already, I think they call it, because it looked like Billy had to use a horse collar in order to bring it down. So a bad coverage on the kickoff return just got worse as the ball is now moved up to the Eagle 31-yard line. So here's the Citadel, 1st and 10. Ball on the Eagle 31 to start the day off here at Alan E. Paulson Stadium.
Not a great start for Georgia Southern. Ben Dupree, sophomore quarterback out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, ties his shoestrings and now will step under center as the Bulldogs look at first down and 10 at the Eagle 31-yard line. Flexbone formation. They'll motion 1A back. Dupree will keep. Trying to spread it. Now will pitch far side to Ricky Anderson. He makes it down to about the 26-yard line before Lavelle Westbrooks comes up to make the stop. But a good pickup on first down for the Bulldogs. We expect to see Ben Dupree, the sophomore quarterback, as well as Aaron Miller, the freshman quarterback. Coach Monken and staff this week saying we can expect to see them series to series after Aaron Miller had the red shirt pulled off of him in the second half comeback against Chattanooga for that 28-27 win. 5-yard pickup by Anderson. It'll be second down 5 at the Eagle 26. Hash mark right side. Dupree on the dive, gives it off. Van Dyke Jones untouched. He's into the end zone, and Citadel on the board, 6-0. Just 2 plays, and with 14:04 to go in the first quarter, the Bulldogs strike first.
Untouched is an understatement. You could have driven a Ford truck through that thing. Wide open, linebackers nowhere to be found. They did a good job sealing off the end, took out our tackle out of the play, and it was wide open.
It was Darian Robinson on the score. He took the dive up the middle, and Robinson picks up his 8th rushing touchdown of the year, and not 1 minute off the clock. The Bulldogs with the lead. Ryan Sellers on for the point after. LaRon Scott gets the block. The point after is blocked. The Eagles recover and dropped at the 21-yard line. So the score remains 6-0 with 14:04 to play. But not a great start defensively if you're Georgia Southern. And by the way, in case you didn't notice, Brent Russell not on the field up front defensively for the Eagles in that opening drive.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a difference maker, which means that Blake Riley, Roderick Tinsley, Bailey is going to have to step up and play good ball game, and those linebackers got to really step up. Now, Citadel comes into this game, Chris, is leading the country or the top 3 in kicks, blocks, and punt blocks. Georgia Southern says, you know what, we can do it too. LaRon Scott comes up big again. That could prove crucial at the end.
Looking down on the near sideline to see if Brent Russell is in a jersey on the Georgia Southern sideline. Don't see him as of yet. Checking a quick scoreboard in the Southern Conference. The Furman Paladins on top of Appalachian State in Greenville, 7-0. With 7:04 to go in the first quarter. Timeout on the field, 6-0. Citadel with the lead. They take a great kick return. 2 plays, they're in for the score. Darian Robinson gets it done. We'll return to Alan E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. Homecoming day, and the Bulldogs lead 6-0 over the Eagles. This is Georgia Southern football.
The competition has been thrown for a loss. Every day, Vaden Nissan of Statesboro tackles high car prices and payments with huge discounts and savings and passes them directly to you on every new Nissan car and truck in stock. Right now, take $10,000 off 2011 Titans. MSRP $40,005, selling price $30,005. Plus tax and title, dealer retains all rebates and incentives. Plus hundreds of pre-owned cars and trucks in stock every day. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro. Just look for the giant American flag.
SVP is all about the NFL.
If a guy makes a catch for a first down that gets you 15 yards and you were able to review that and go, oh, wait a minute, that wasn't in bounds. Well, that 15 yards that you get as a result of a penalty that shouldn't be called ought to be reviewable. Now, do you worry about how long the games take? I get it, but you ought to worry about the game, the content of the game, the integrity of the game.
The Scott Van Pelt Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN 102.1. ESPN 102.1.
Back at Alan E. Paulson Stadium, 14:04 to play. First quarter action, and the Bulldogs already on the board, 6-0. As Darian Robinson in from 25 yards out for the score. Point after was blocked by LaRon Scott. And here's a high, short kick. And nobody got it for the Eagles, and the Citadel may have it at the 36-yard line of Georgia Southern. Let's wait and see. The Eagles a little late to react, and Georgia Southern able to get the football. And not a great start for the Eagles here in front of the homecoming crowd. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. You're listening to Georgia Southern football on the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
ESPN 102.1.
Where only one can win.
WZAT FM. Tybee Island, Savannah.
Academic as well as athletic superiority.
A Cumulus media station.
Back to the Verizon broadcast booth. Scary moment on special teams as Citadel goes for the short high kick. J.J. Wilcox appeared to want to take it off the hop, and it bounced away from him. Luckily, the Eagles keep possession. It's first down 10 at the 37-yard line. J-Bo Shaw in under center, flexbone formation. One receiver to each side as J-Bo takes out the throw early on. In the flat, wide open. Catch made at midfield by Darian Robinson. Down the far sideline, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Blocked by Contrella Showers. Able to give Darian Robinson a little bit of room, and Robinson coming off a spectacular punt return of 46 yards a week ago against Appalachian State. Takes the first play from scrimmage, a strike from J-Bo Shaw. And Robinson does the rest. It's tied 6-6 with 13:53 to go. Adrian Moron for the point after.
I guess I'm thinking of two words. Take that.
Passing game looks good, huh?
Mora with the point after on its way, and good. Eagles quickly take the lead. 7-6, 13:53 to play. First quarter action. We'll take a timeout. Return to Alan E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. The Eagles lead 7-6 over the Citadel Bulldogs. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Okay, it's game day, where tradition runs deeper than your Aunt Betty's baked beans. Face paint? Check. Cooler? Check. Meat for the grill? Check. Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing, payload, and a V6 EcoBoost engine delivering 22 MPGs. Check, check, and check. Now check this. Go to shopfordnow.com to find great offers on F-150 from your local Ford dealer. Fans of Georgia Southern football. EPA estimated 16 city, 22 highway MPG, 3.5-liter V6 4x2.
At BB&T, sharing financial knowledge is our responsibility, our privilege, and our legacy. For more than 135 years, BB&T has been sharing the knowledge our clients need to move in a brighter financial direction. We also share a commitment to our community, supporting our schools, arts, and sports programs, helping businesses grow and families become homeowners. Because when you share knowledge, you share so much more. BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction.
Member FDIC. Loan subject to credit approval. Equal housing lender.
Paulson Stadium in what we thought would be a very big grudge match defensively has not shaped up that way thus far. As the Citadel Bulldogs struck first, they get a 6-0 score. Point after is blocked by LaRon Scott. Then the Eagles Scary moment, get possession. First play of scrimmage, Jabo Shaw hits Darion Robinson. 63 yards later, he's in for the score. It's now 7-6 as Adrian Mora connected on that point after. Here's Billy Greer with the kick from the 30. Line drive, a little bit of air underneath it. Fielded by Hardy at the 5-yard line near side. 10, 15, 20, and Hardy slung down at the 21-yard line by the Georgia Southern Eagles. Time now to check the Optum Orthopedic Eagle injury update. With that, let's go down on the field with Ryan Chambers.
First for the injuries, Carlos Cave injured last week. He is out today. He is out indefinitely. We saw Antoine Williams get the start there, and you mentioned Brett Russell not down on the sidelines. It is not an injury, but he will not be participating today, guys.
Thank you, Ryan. 13:47 to go, 7-6. Georgia Southern with the lead.
Boyd Sasser on the tackle for the kickoff team. Great job of staying in their lanes that time, busting up the wedge and doing a very good job of wrapping them up. Citadel's going to start on their own 23 this time.
Ben Dupree under center. He's got Van Dyke Jones as the B-back. Dupree will keep, pulls, and brought down from behind by Javon Minchin, the sophomore out of Tampa, Florida. Followed the quarterback who pulled after putting it in the belly of Jones. And he's brought down from behind. Blake Riley also good penetration up front defensively for the Eagles. That will set up 2nd down and 11 for the Bulldogs with 13:25 to play here in the first half. Ball placed on the left hash mark. The Bulldogs attacking left to right on your dial. Again, the Citadel all season, every snap has been taken under center in that flex bone formation. As Dupree, setting option, now we'll try to keep skirt inside the left tackle. Not much room there. Picks up maybe 3 before Josh Rowe brings him down. It'll be 3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Bulldogs. Under 13 minutes to play here in the first quarter, and a 7-6 Georgia Southern lead.
Missing Brent Russell is one thing, but we need Riley to step up to the plate. And so far, Blake Riley a part of both of these 2 tackles. Good job, Brent.
They'll say 3rd down, 7. They'll mark it at the 22-yard line. Dupree under center. Movement by the Eagles coming after this one. Ball popped loose, and Dupree has to dive on it at the 25-yard line. A loss of 2. It will be 4th down and 9. And the Bulldogs last year led the FCS with 23 lost fumbles. Coming into today's game, just 12. So they've cut that average down quite a bit from year to year. But Coach Monken said if they can force the Citadel to make some mistakes and turn the football over, certainly going to help the Eagles. And for the first time today, Cass Cooey, the redshirt junior punter out of Tampa, Florida, averaging 43 yards a kick. He'll stand back at his own 10-yard line. Darion Robinson, who already has a touchdown to his credit today and had a beautiful punt return for a touchdown last week, will be at the Eagle 38. Here's the kick. Cooey trying to get it away from Robinson. A good job. Takes a Citadel bounce inside the 30, out of bounds. They'll say Georgia Southern takes over at their very own 29-yard line.
And that fumble was not between center and quarterback, Chris. It was between quarterback and their B-back. Did a very poor job of execution on that one. Tried to pull it out of his belly, and Van Dyke Jones did not want to give it up. That caused the fumble, and they were very fortunate to get it back. Great punt by the Citadel, kicking it out of bounds, not giving Darion Robinson even the chance to return it.
Jabo Shaw, 1 of 1 passing. In fact, the Eagles just 1 play on the day. 63 yards to Darion Robinson. 7th touchdown, or rather 6th passing touchdown for Shaw in the season. It's 1st down, 10 at the 29. Give to Robert Brown, the B-back, and he's caught from behind one of the few times, actually the 2nd time this year, the Eagles have been caught in the backfield. Chris Billingsley, the left defensive end, the redshirt junior out of Fort Mill, South Carolina. Great penetration, brings down Robert just shy of the 29-yard line, about a loss of half a yard.
Rod Harlan doing a good job on that as well. The linebacker came out of Hartwell, Georgia, the senior. Did a good job of folding down and taking out the play.
2nd down, a little more than 10. It'll be Darion Robinson and Nico Hickey, your A-backs. Robert Brown, your B-back. 1 receiver to the right side, 1 to the left side, and Contrella Showers. Deep pitch to Hickey. Hickey in trouble. He'll be dropped at the 28-yard line, a loss of a yard. The Bulldogs with Brandon McClatty, the redshirt sophomore out of Martinez, Georgia, in on the stop. And the Eagles now backpedaling offensively. It'll be 3rd down and 11 at the 28-yard line of their very own with 10:52 to play, and they lead 7-6.
You know, it struck me last year in a 20-0 win, Georgia Southern wins without a pass attempt, and they over that mark pretty quick offensively. And it's a good sign, too, as we come away from Appalachian State to mix a little pass in early in this ball game.
3rd down, 11 at the 28-yard line of the Eagles. Hash mark right side. Shotgun formation for Shaw. He'll roll out to his left, stepping, looking, firing. Hickey's got it at the 46, and he's across midfield to the Bulldog 49-yard line. A Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Great run by Nico Hickey. Got right behind the Bulldog defender, Austin Boyle. Able to hold on and get into Bulldog territory. Set up the Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Down conversion.
What a great play by Shaw to turn his shoulders and make a good firm pass on the run. Great play by Jabo Shaw.
First down 10 at the 47-yard line of the Bulldogs now. The Eagles attacking right to left. Quick toss Robinson trying to find some room. Eventually cuts in left corner. Makes it down to about the 43-yard line of the Bulldogs. Tolu Akindele, outside linebacker, senior from Houston, Texas on the stop.
That toss really plays to the pros of Darion Robinson. It almost is a punt return situation, because what you'll see is defenders almost over pursue sometimes. You'll have a lane to cut back, and he was about an arm length shot, Terry, of cutting that thing back over the middle of the field and would have had some room.
It's a beautiful pass and a beautiful catch. He stayed with the route.
Williford out wide to the right side. Barker to the near side. Second down 7 at the Bulldog 44-yard line. Flexbone formation. Shaw setting up option. Pitch is going to be nearly taken away, and Shaw able to jump back on it. As Rod Harlan came up and got a hand on that pitch from Jabo Shaw and deflected it back into Shaw's belly. And he'll be stopped at the 46-yard line of the Bulldogs. A loss of 2 yards.
That was a beautiful play by Harlan. Give credit where credit's due. The linebacker knew what Jabo was doing, so he goes to make the tackle. At the same time, sticks his right hand out there right where Jabo is pitching with his left, and was able to deflect it down to the ground.
Third down and 9 at the 46-yard line of the Citadel. The Eagles 1 of 1 on third down conversions. They converted their first on this drive just a couple of plays ago. Again, sprint out for Shaw, right side. Throwing far side. Catch is made at the 35-yard line by Mitch Williford. It's enough for a Franklin first down. There's a flag down in the Eagle offensive backfield, so hold the phone.
He might have crossed the line of scrimmage when he was throwing the ball, or it was a hold. Legal man downfield. Great pass and a great route by Mitch Williford. Totally had the cornerback on his heels, Ryan. In fact, I think he lost his balance.
Yeah, they've chosen to play either the cover 0 or the cover 1. We saw a lot of cover 0 against Appalachian State last week, and you wonder if the Citadel takes a little bit of that game film.
5-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
And, of course, you want to stop the run when you're playing against a team like Georgia Southern, but we've been able to get out and pass a little bit here. But on that particular play, Williford had a lot of separation to the wide side of the field, and I can expect that we might see a little bit more of that as the day goes along.
Well, the Citadel Bulldogs looked so amped to stop the run that it's really been easy pickings for Jabo Shaw minus that penalty. Now they look at third down 14. Back on the Eagles side of the field at the 49-yard line, hash mark near side. Shaw under center. An offset I formation behind him with Robert Brown and J.J. Wilcox. Shaw again sprints back 4 steps, looking to throw. Now has to be flushed to the right and brought down by Demario Sims. Sacked at the 46-yard line of the Eagles. A loss of 3. It'll be 4th and 17. Demario Sims injured earlier this year, the redshirt junior out of Reddick, Florida. Not expected to play today, but made a great improvement in practice, we're told. And will get the start at nose tackle and comes up with a big sack, his first of the season. And that will force the Eagles to punt it away on 4th and 14 at the 49-yard line.
That was a coverage sack. Good coverage. Jabo's got to get rid of that ball.
Charlie Edwards kicking away. Greg Adams back to field it for the Bulldogs. Gets out of the way, takes a bounce at the 5, and the Eagles down it at the Citadel 3-yard line. And Charlie Edwards this week well aware of the punt block ability by the Citadel Bulldogs. That was a quick release by Charlie and a beautiful kick. Although aided a little bit by the wind, he angled it nicely away from Adams, and the Eagles set him down at their own 3-yard line.
Now, Charlie does a great job of getting the ball off, so it's not about rushing. It's just doing what you do. Don't take 3 full steps. Get the ball off, keep your head down, and launch the punt, and that's exactly what he did. And what he did was a 51-yard punt, and he pins the Citadel back on the 3-yard line. Great job, Charlie Edwards.
So the Bulldogs come out first down and 10 at their very own 3-yard line. Dupree again under center at the goal line, trying to spread it back to the 1-yard line. Van Dyke Jones on the carry. And he's brought down after not much of a game as they tried to spread it left side. The Eagles would have none of it.
Darius Eubanks doing a very good job of shedding the block and making the tackle. He barely picks up 1 yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9, ball and about spotted between the 3 and the 4. Good job, Darius Eubanks.
2nd down, 10 at the 3-yard line. This time they move just off the far hash mark. Dupree again under center. Motion Van Dyke Jones. Dupree going to try to dive to the 5-yard line. Blake Riley puts him down after about a 1.5 yard gain. Not much doing for the Bulldog. Rushing attack. Georgia Southern dressed in their home blue jerseys, white pants, Georgia Southern blue helmets. For the Citadel Bulldogs, it's white tops, white bottoms, powder blue numbers, and powder blue helmets.
GK at the other tackle in that last series, he stays here on 3rd down. Does a good job of fighting off the offensive tackle with his hands. The GK looks good on this series. I tell you, got a lot of depth there at the tackle position for Georgia Southern.
Got to have it.
3rd down and 8 at the 5-yard line of their very own. Fans on their feet for the first time defensively as Dupree hands it off, gives it to Robinson, trying to go left tackle, makes his way to the 9-yard line before Josh Rowe cuts him down there, well shy of the 1st down. It will set up 4th and about 4. As I mentioned, the Eagles, no better looking team in America than Georgia Southern. You can keep your uniform looking great with Greener Cleaners in Statesboro. Stop by there this morning to pick up my game day gear. They use a revolutionary and environmentally friendly dry cleaning service. Just stop by at 510 Northside Drive East or find out more at BurrowGreenerCleaners.com. Cass Cooey in to punt it. He's 7 yards deep in the end zone. Darion Robinson stands right at midfield. Here's the snap. Cooey again trying to keep it away from Robinson. It's a short punt. Takes a eagle bounce at the 40, and the Bulldogs will watch it go out of bounds near side at about the 39-yard line. Great field position for the Eagles with 5:15 to go in the first quarter. They lead 7-6.
Great play by Blake Riley. You know, Blake Riley originally beat out Roderick Tinsley in that tackle position to start the season. With Brent Russell out, it was, you know, you have a little bit of a drop-off because there's no replacing Brent Russell, of course. But Roderick Tinsley started last year, and now you got Blake Riley in there. That's pretty good. So you're going to see some of GK and Bailey in there and get the reps, and that's what we needed. And Georgia Southern starting off a good field position at the 40.
Jarek McKinnon will check in at quarterback. He'll be under center in the flex bone formation. Robert Brown, Nico Hickey, and Darion Robinson, your backs. McKinnon taking right side. Flag comes out at the snap. McKinnon picks up about 8 yards before being flushed out of bounds far side. But this one probably coming back.
2 flags on the play. One on the Citadel sideline and then one on our sideline as well.
It's interesting to look at defensively for the Citadel. They're electing to double team still that 3 technique that knows as if Brent Russell's still in there. So they're still probably going with their pregame game plan anyway.
Higgins not very happy.
Defense. Number 91. At penalties decline. 2nd down.
So it's called on Derek Douglas, the defensive end out of Garland, Texas. Probably lined up a little bit off sides. And as I mentioned, the Citadel coach not very happy. Georgia Southern picks up 8 on the play.
Jarek McKinnon on the scramble. Makes it 2nd down 2. They'll mark the ball at the 32-yard line, far side hash. McKinnon in under center. Robinson quickly in motion. The give is to Robert Brown, and the Citadel had 4-man waiting for the hit. Robert Brown loses his helmet, but hit initially by Rod Harlan and Chris Billingsley for no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Eagles. So
took off his helmet, as you mentioned, literally ripping off his helmet as Mitch Wilford checks into the ball game.
I believe the strength, talking to Brent Davis, the offensive coordinator for the Eagles this week, he said the strength for the Citadel was up front on their defensive line. They're not going to give up the dive today, and the Eagles may have to beat them on the perimeter. Here's McKinnon. He'll keep it. Get down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line as Tolu Akindele on the stop. A pickup of about 3 yards. That's a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Fresh set of downs. All Georgia Southern first downs presented by Franklin Chevrolet. If you want to move it, haul it, tow it, or just want the best deal on a great-looking truck, go to Franklin Chevrolet or FranklinChevrolet.com. If the Franklin name's not on the back of your truck, you paid too much. First down and 10 for the Eagles at the Bulldog 29-yard line. They lead 7-6 here in first quarter action with just under 4 minutes to play. Jarek McKinnon, first offensive drive under center in replace of Jay Beauchamp. McKinnon will pull. McKinnon left side. McKinnon breaking a couple of shoestring tackles down inside the 25, lunging forward to about the 24. A pickup of 5. It'll be second down 5 for the Georgia Southern Eagles.
Picks up 5 yards, but the coaches next door not very happy. So obviously somebody missed an assignment there. I don't know if it was on the pitch or what, but McKinnon showing the speed because it looked like nothing was there, Ryan. And somehow McKinnon was able to pick up 6 yards.
He's as quick as you're going to see under center. And, you know, he gets a lot of playing time at different positions, and you get a chance to get a look under center here.
Austin Boyle on the tackle. Austin and Davis Boyle, twin brothers, playing linebacker position for the Bulldogs. Here's Robert Brown on the dive. Robert Brown pinballs his way inside the 15 and finally dropped at the 11-yard line. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. That's the twin brother Davis Boyle on the tackle. Redshirt junior out of Sumter, South Carolina. Each Georgia Southern first down presented by Franklin Toyota, proud supporter of the Georgia Southern Eagles. FranklinToyota.com. Check them out online, the official travel partner to the Georgia Southern Radio Network. First down and 10 at the Bulldog 11-yard line. Scrimmaging from the far side hash, attacking right to left on your dial. Jarek McKinnon under center. Robert Brown, your B-back. Nico Hickey, Darion Robinson, your A-backs. They'll motion Hickey. Now McKinnon on a busted play. No one was there, and he just has to fall down at the 14-yard line. And that's Brandon McClatty able to get him down, but that one completely blown up.
Communication breakdown. Quick scores from around the Southern Conference. Chattanooga-Sanford 10-6. Chattanooga leading Sanford. Up in Greenville, South Carolina, is the Paladins of Furman leading Appalachian State in the second quarter, 14-0.
Hey now. 7-6 our score, and a busted play, and Robert Brown checks out. Dominique Swope, the freshman out of Buford, Georgia, will check in at B-back. Second down and 13, placed at the Citadel 14-yard line. McKinnon under center. They'll motion Robinson. Quick toss off the mark, and he can't hold on, and it's a fumble and a recovery by the Bulldogs at the 18-yard line. That toss well out of the reach of Robinson, had to go down to his ankles, and Quentin Taylor able to hop on it for the Bulldogs. The redshirt senior out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, will come up big in the turnover for the Eagles with 1:59 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you hit it right on the nose. McKinnon just threw it way too far out in front of Robinson. Even with his speed, he couldn't catch up to the ball. His momentum carried him past the ball. He couldn't get back to pick it up. And the Citadel Bulldogs pick up it. And now they're going to try to capitalize on the first fumbles. We have a television timeout.
Timeout on the field. 1:59 to go first quarter. Georgia Southern leading by 7-6 over the Citadel Bulldogs. We'll return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium, Homecoming Day 2011. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Does your career need a boost? Discover the possibilities on Monday, November 7th. Find out how you can earn a Master's of Business Administration from Georgia Southern University. A high-quality, accredited education without ever leaving Savannah. The Georgia Southern MBA has given successful professionals in the fields of finance, technology, management, and marketing the competitive edge. Discover a broader view of business with Georgia Southern. Earn your MBA with Georgia Southern professors at the Coastal Georgia Center in downtown Savannah. The Georgia Southern MBA program is ranked a 2012 Best Graduate School by U.S. News & World Report. To find out how you can earn a Georgia Southern MBA, join us for an information session at the Coastal Georgia Center in downtown Savannah on Monday, November 7th at 5:30 p.m. Register now at georgiasouthern.edu/MBA.
ESPN 102.1.
Back to the Verizon broadcast booth here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. First down 10. Ball at the 18-yard line after the fumble recovery for the Citadel Bulldogs. It'll be Ben Dupree once again. No, they check in Aaron Miller at quarterback. The freshman now will take the reins of the offense. He'll keep it around the near side and tripped up as he makes it to the 21-yard line.
Deion Stanley with a good tackle. He's as good as a young safety up and against the run in the box as you're going to see, and had very good form tackle. And the Georgia Southern sideline, or you look at the defensive back and the safety there, the defensive end, the outside linebackers have looked very good thus far against this option.
Bailey checking into the game, the junior out of Lula, Georgia.
4-yard pickup by Miller. Second down 6 at the 22-yard line. Miller will keep again, trying to go around the right side, cut up between right tackle, make his way across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Blake Riley, Josh Rowe able to make the stop defensively for Georgia Southern.
Got an official's timeout.
Ed Rhodes, our referee, calling for the timeout, looking for a look at the change. So they'll bring the change from the far side to see if Miller's able to pick up the first down.
Aaron Miller, the freshman out of Clover, South Carolina, at 59 carries, 191 yards, 4 touchdowns on the year coming into this ball game. It looks like they're going to give him a first down. Move the chains. First and 10 for the Citadel Bulldogs. Ball spotted at almost the 28-yard line.
Both these quarterbacks for the Bulldogs come in plenty of speed running the football. Not much throwing. Miller on the season 7 of 17 for 82 yards. He's thrown 2 interceptions, yet to find the end zone through the air. First down 10 at the 28 for the Citadel Bulldogs, attacking left to right. Miller will take out again. He'll go left side. Got some room. Makes his way across the 40 to the 41-yard line left side before Deion Stanley able to trip him up.
He saved a touchdown, thankfully, to Deion Stanley. I hate to see safeties having to make those kind of tackles. Again, the chains move. First and 10 for the Citadel Bulldogs at the 41-yard line, trailing by 1, 7-6.
What a difference Aaron Miller makes coming in at quarterback for the Bulldogs. 3 straight runs for the freshman quarterback, and it's first down 10, as Terry said, at the 41-yard line of the Bulldogs. Under center, Miller takes a snap. Keeps again. This time he'll go right side. Hit hard as he crosses the 45 to the 46-yard line. Deion Stanley again laying the blow. But Miller getting positive yards, and a great job by Citadel on the right and left side of their offensive line to clear just enough seam for Aaron Miller to get his foot in the ground and make it uphill.
Antoine Williams on the outside linebacker, starting for Carlos Cave, who's injured, did a very good job of taking out the blocker. Pulled out of the game as Kyle Albeck checks into the ball game. Outside linebacker from Gainesville, Florida, as it looks like the first quarter has come to the end, Chris.
That's the final play of the first quarter, 7-6. The Eagles with a 1-point lead. We'll take a timeout, return for second quarter action in just a moment. Georgia Southern leading 7-6 over the Citadel Bulldogs after 1 quarter of play. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
It's a university and a community. It is the roar of a crowd and the hush of nature. It is research focus, a creative spirit. It is a beginning, a lifetime of memories. It is true blue. It is life-changing. We are Georgia Southern University. Join us.
Southeastern Orthopedic Center is now Optum Orthopedics. With nearly 30 satellite offices, 3 Southeast Georgia hospitals, and a variety of additional physician practices, a new name was needed. Optum Orthopedics. The Eagles rely on Optum Orthopedics to get them back in the game, and you can rely on them to get you back into the game of life. Southeastern Orthopedics is now Optum Orthopedics. New name, but as always, their commitment to their patients is forefront with the focus on you. Optum Orthopedics.
Start of the second quarter. Welcome back to the Verizon broadcast booth. Fans, don't forget to join us each Monday night for Inside Georgia Southern Football with Jeff Munkin live from Loco's Grill and Pub in Statesboro. Come try out Loco's new menu and their delicious new roasted wings. Loco's Grill and Pub, proud supporters of the Georgia Southern Eagles. Loco's, it's crazy good. Second down 5 at the 45-yard line. As the Citadel Bulldogs on their very own side of the field, with Aaron Miller now in at quarterback, starting to come to life offensively after scoring very early in the first quarter. Here's Darian Robinson right up the middle and makes his way to the Eagle 45-yard line. Flags out in the Citadel Bulldog offensive backfield. Lavelle Westbrook's made the stop. We'll see what the penalty's all about.
Might have been a lineup of offsides, as I was wondering if that was the case against Georgia Southern to begin with.
Offside.
Yep.
Defense. Number 90.
Yeah.
At penalties decline. Results of the play, first down.
Kind of looked like it from here as well. So good call by the officials. That was special thanks to Alan and Theresa Hackle. They bid on to hang out with the Eagle broadcast crew here today. They were up in the broadcast booth. They just left us to head to the sideline.
First down 10 now at the Eagle 44-yard line. Miller will give off the dive up the middle, making his way to the 41-yard line is Darian Robinson, the sophomore out of McKeesport, Pennsylvania. Stop made by Roderick Tinsley, just shy of the 41-yard line of the Eagles. 14:25 to play, second quarter. Homecoming day 2011, 7-6. Eagles with a 1-point lead, but Citadel on the move.
Chattanooga taking a 17-6 lead on Sanford Bulldogs in the fourth quarter.
Bulldogs stay second down 7 at the 41. Miller under center. He'll keep. Here's the pitch. Little off the mark. Holding on to it and breaking a tackle, but then brought down as Van Dyke Jones. Deion Stanley got to him, made the hit. Jones bounced off, but Stanley able to get right back up off his knees and bring Van Dyke Jones to the turf at the 38-yard line.
Deion Stanley started off this ball game and really playing a great game so far, Ryan.
And it's a good thing that you have some off balance there in this, the A-back from the near side, because if he catches that in stride, that's a big play for the Citadel going down the sidelines.
Third down on the day for the Citadel Bulldogs.
3rd and 5 at the Eagle 39-yard line. Hash mark near side. Miller keeping. Option left side. Tries to dive inside the 35. Brought down at about the 33, just shy of the 33-yard line by Josh Rowe. Depending on the spot, we'll wait and see. It is a first down for the Citadel Bulldogs. So they'll keep the drive alive. And Aaron Miller has certainly given a spark here to the Bulldogs, taking nothing away from Ben Dupree, who started the game at quarterback. He led the Bulldogs down in the opening drive for the score. But Aaron Miller now looking at first down 10 at the 33-yard line. One receiver out wide to the right, one to the left side. Miller under center. They'll motion an A-back. Miller again is going to keep. He'll get down to the 30-yard line before Kyle Olbeck makes the stop.
Bulldogs just 1 of 3 on third down conversions on the day. This is their 9th play of this particular drive. And it started on the 18-yard line. Ball now spotted just shy of the 30-yard line. Second down at about 7.
Olbeck on the tackle is in for Antoine Williams now. Mid linebacker.
3-yard pickup by Miller. Second down 7. Just shy of the 30-yard line of Georgia Southern. Miller under center. Motion again, 1 A-back. Miller, quick pitch. Out to the right side and inside the 32, about the 28 is Terrence Martin, the sophomore out of Cowan, Tennessee. Deion Stanley again has been very busy today. And Stanley, the redshirt freshman out of Dry Pond, Georgia, on the tackle as the Bulldogs get ever so closer to the first down sticks. And right now doing exactly what you want to do with this triple option offense, and that is keep the football, have surge up front, and pick up positive yards.
Transitioning or transferring the tackles in and out as Bailey comes in for Tinsley to get some fresh legs in quickly.
Third down 5 at the 28-yard line. Miller, hash mark right. Motion and A-back. Miller will give it off on the dive. Robinson bowls his way inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down for the Citadel Bulldogs with 11:33 to go here in the second quarter.
Feeling the effects of Brent Russell not being on the field right now as you got Bailey and Riley in there. Bailey, who's had some playing time but not near enough. Riley, who had originally beat out Tinsley for that tackle position, having to start. Fresh set of downs for the Citadel Bulldogs.
First down 10 at the 17-yard line. Hash mark right. Miller under center. Give it off again. Robinson almost broke a tackle inside the 10 as Tinsley got a hand on him. And he's brought down at about the 9-yard line by Blake Riley.
Citadel just doing a good job of sealing the backside, and we're not getting anything on this drive from the tackle position. John Douglas tried to come crashing down from the defensive end, but they're able to kick him out as well.
Pickup of 8 yards, and the Bulldogs right now just mashing it up the middle, smash mouth football, and making their way closer and closer to the goal line. Second down 2. Miller will keep. He's caught as he tries to go right side. John Douglas got a hand on him first. Josh Gebhardt also brings him down. Not much of a gain there, only about a yard pickup, maybe 2, but it'll set up third down and less than a yard here for the Bulldogs with 10:22 to go here in this second quarter of action.
Good job by John Douglas. He shed off the blocker, stayed firm, took on the quarterback, and wouldn't let him go anywhere. Big third down. 2 of 4 on third down conversions on the day.
Third down and less than a yard, and it appears Citadel looking to the far sideline. Now they're ready to go. It'll be Aaron Miller as the Eagles stack up the box here defensively. Miller, who's had success right and left side, will take the snap. He'll just dive up the middle, trying to lunge for the first down sticks on that right hash mark.
It's a really good play. I would think he'd have it. That was it's a beautiful play. He just faked the handoff and then went back counter, and he does get the first down, so it's going to be first and goal for the Citadel Bulldogs. The ball looks like it's spotted around the 7-yard line.
Yeah, right. It looks like it's designed to go to the near side, but once the offense play kind of takes off, he just kind of folded back and went in the opposite direction and fell forward.
This is the 14th play of the drive.
Right now, the Bulldogs taking the fight to the Eagles. It's first down, goal to goal from the 6-yard line of Georgia Southern. Miller going to keep it, trying to go left side, and again lunging forward down inside the 3 to about the 2-yard line. And nothing going backward for the Citadel. Darius Eubanks on the stop defensively for the Eagles. Now Citadel just about 3 yards away from regaining the lead with 9:06 to go here in the second quarter. And this has been a draining drive if you're the Georgia Southern defense.
It started around the 18-yard line.
After the fumble offered up by Georgia Southern, Bulldogs take over. Now looking to regain the lead is Miller, trying to go right side this time. Runs into a wall of blue jerseys and brought back. No gain on the play. Kyle Obeck got to him first. It'll be third down, goal to go from just outside the 1-yard line. Blake Riley as well, leading the charge defensively for the Eagles.
Blake Riley and Tinsley did a good job of creating a wall. And what happened was Miller had nowhere to go, and a bunch of blue jerseys jumped on him. Third down and goal. 3 of 5 on the day for the Bulldogs on third down.
Just outside the 1-yard line. Ball placed middle of the field. Miller will try to keep. Miller just dives forward. He's in for the score, and the Citadel regains the lead 12-7 with 8:08 to play here in the second quarter. And just a demoralizing drive for the Eagles defensively as the Bulldogs take it about 16-17 plays.
As usual, you don't cover the center defending up front against the option, and it was just one of those things. Bailey's playing 3, and quarterback falls right over the line.
Ryan Sellers on for the point after. Had it blocked last time. Blocked again. Picked up by Darius Eubanks in the end zone. Darius Eubanks brings it out of the end zone, and it is just leveled, and a flag will come out at the 15-yard line. He was absolutely clotheslined with the forearm on that far sideline, and that's going to anger some Georgia Southern fans and probably anger some Georgia Southern Eagles.
Big time block, extra point once again, and right there, folks, is getting in the head of that kicker. But I got to tell you, that Bulldog drive, 17 plays, 82 yards. This is not a mistake. They used 8 minutes and 51 seconds of the clock that started in the first quarter.
Personal foul, horse collar. Kicking team number 77. The penalty will be forced on the kickoff. Media timeout.
What the horse collar is a beheading.
I was about to say, that's being kind. 8:08 to play here in the second quarter. The Bulldogs with the lead 12-7 over Georgia Southern. Will return homecoming day at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. This is Georgia Southern football.
You're passionate about your team and your attire, and so is the Sur Shop. The Sur Shop is ready for Georgia Southern and UGA football with new hotlines for men and women like Cutter and Buck, Southern Tide and Southern Proper, Guy Harvey, the North Face, and Southern Marsh. You've got style and class, so set off your new wardrobe with top brand shoes like Kavoo and Cole Haan. Let the Sur Shop add quality and style to your game day experience. The Sur Shop, located in the Statesboro Mall.
Take your taste buds on a journey to the old country, without ever leaving Savannah. Treat yourself to the sensation of a rich melted cheese, a tangy tomatoes, succulent sausage, or pepperoni, and get it for only $2.99 for 2 slices and a drink. Dino's Pizzeria makes every pizza from scratch. No huts here, just authentic pizza pies from a real Italian pizzeria. Dino's Pizzeria at 21 East Broughton Street in historic downtown Savannah. Call 912-231-0911. It's an Italian adventure.
We are ESPN 102.1.
.808 to play, second quarter action here from Allen E. Paulson Stadium. 12-7, the Citadel Bulldogs lead over the Georgia Southern Eagles. And Terry, a beautiful drive just executed by the Citadel team, and Georgia Southern's defense, unfortunately for the first time this year, suffering a beautiful option drive.
No doubt about it. It was really happening right up the gut between the tackles as they handed it off to Van Dyke Jones all the way down the field. 17 plays, 82 yards. The key stat of that drive is they used 8 minutes and 51 seconds of the clock. The Citadel Bulldogs now have 121 yards of total offense. Every bit of that on the ground. They have yet to attempt a pass. They are averaging 4.8 yards per play, and time advantage to the Bulldogs as they have 13 minutes and 57 seconds versus 7:55 for the Eagles. Chris, they're 4 of 6 on third down conversions, and that's your Toyota game tracker as the Citadel kick off from the 15 after a penalty.
So Ryan Sellers will approach the football at the 15. Kick is high but short. It'll be fielded by an up back at about the 38-yard line. It's J.J. Wilcox. He'll set to the far sideline. Now cut up the right hash and make it just shy of the 48-yard line of the Eagles' very own. Georgia Southern with the turnover, setting up that drive for the Bulldogs. However, one key in this game, 2 extra points blocked by Georgia Southern, as the Bulldogs have really been very efficient offensively for the most part. Took the opening drive down the field, got a great kick return. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Darian Robinson makes it 6-0. The point after is blocked. Georgia Southern answers on 1 play. 63 yards, a pass from Jabo Shaw to Darian Robinson. Makes the 7-6 lead. And then the Bulldogs on that 17-play drive take the lead 12-7, but the point after missed again. Jarek McKinnon will stay in at quarterback. He was the quarterback on the last offensive drive, resulting in that turnover. First down 10 at the 48. And the play clock going down, and I don't think Georgia Southern got it in time. They did not.
Delay game. Offense.
And Coach Monken beside himself.
5-yard penalty. Still first down.
He is hot.
Yeah, he feels like he told the line judge that he wanted a timeout, and the line judge not conveying that to the head ref. And it's a 5-yard penalty for the Eagle. And the Eagles, it's just their second penalty on the day.
Jabo Shaw started the game at quarterback. Let's go down on the field for an Optum Orthopedic Eagle injury update. Jarek McKinnon, Ryan, is in, not because of an injury.
No injury here to report. This is something that had been planned by this coaching staff to see if they can't throw a little wrinkle under center and get Jarek in, and we'll see how it works out.
First down, 15, now back at the Eagle 43-yard line. And again, at the snap, flags come out.
Coaches next door not very happy. Banging starts to occur. The 4th penalty on the day for the Eagles, if it is against Georgia Southern.
All start. Offense.
And it is.
Number 5. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well, I can tell you, after the last offensive possession, this coaching staff was livid down on the sidelines, and I don't imagine they're much happier here through 2 attempts out on the field.
First down 20. Now the ball placed at the 37-yard line. McKinnon taking out option near side. McKinnon cuts back at the 45. McKinnon across midfield. He gets to Bulldog territory at the 48-yard line. Carl Robinson, the freshman out of Irvington, Alabama, makes the stop. But a nice pickup after those penalty yards by Jarek McKinnon, the sophomore out of Marietta, Georgia.
He just makes you miss. And, you know, last week we had 2 turnovers, and Appalachian State got 14 points off of turnovers. Today, 1 turnover, and Citadel was able to convert on it.
Second down and 6. Now at the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs. McKinnon gives. It'll be Robert Brown, and Robert Brown just stopped shy of the 46-yard line of the Citadel. Pickup of 2. It will be 3rd and 4. Quentin Taylor on the stop. Nose tackle for the Bulldogs. Redshirt senior out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. One of the more beautiful places you'll find on the east coast of the United States. Eagles 2 of 3 on third down, and a big third down here as Jabo Shaw will check back in at quarterback. 3rd and 4 at the Bulldog 46-yard line. 6:54 to go, second quarter, 12-7. Citadel with the lead. Split gun formation for Shaw. Jai, the first.
And that was he put his head down to get all the yardage that he possibly could. The fans urging him to go, as am I, as he checks in Tyler Sumner, the junior out of Pullman, Georgia, comes into the ball game, and it looks like they're going for it.
So the Eagles make a stand here with 6:16 to go. They'll draw a line in the sand as Ed Rhodes will call for time as they, not sure why, but now he's ready to go.
Reset the game clock, or the play clock.
Come on,
now
guys.
The play clock set at 25. Jabo Shaw will move under center. 4th down and less than the yard. The Eagles on the season just 20% on 4th down conversions. They were 0 for 4 last week. Shaw will keep. Shaw right side. Inside the 40 to the 39. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Tolu Akindele on the stop for the Bulldogs. But a fresh set of downs for the Georgia Southern Eagles.
Jabo Shaw doing a very good job running right behind William Maxwell, the senior at Equipment, Georgia, Brooks County High School, to pick up the first down. And Ryan, you know, another person I haven't seen on this offense today is J.J. Wilcox. He's not out here.
First down 10 at the Bulldog 39-yard line. They'll send Williford as a receiver far side. Showers, a receiver to the right. Hickey in motion, and that's going to be a flag.
Oh, yeah. We were early. But Nico Hickey and Robinson both getting the starts at A-backs.
And we've seen Wilcox on special teams, and remember, still coming off that concussion.
I'll start. Number 81. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And maybe just, and then I'll check on that here in a minute, but probably just trying to ease him back into things. Is JJ probably the first to tell you he didn't have his best game against Appalachian State last week. And we even read in the papers, even the coaching staff talk about maybe wanting to get Robinson back in the ball game and some more action. This is probably a good fit this week.
First down 15 back at the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs now. Eagles starting to rack up a ton of penalties here in the first half. Shaw under center, gives it off Robert Brown. Robert tiptoes his way between right tackle, gets back inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. A pickup of 6, which will set up third down and about 9 here for the Eagles. Carl Robinson, or rather DeAndre Smith, on the stop for the Bulldogs as we reach the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. 12-7, the Citadel Bulldogs with the lead.
Looked like he had nothing and made something happen. Good job.
Showers the receiver. Check that. One receiver out wide to the left. Patrick Barker, a receiver to the right side. Marcus Farmer is the receiver now. Checked into the far left. Shaw under center. Flexbone formation. Shaw pitch to Hickey, near side. Hickey needed one more block. Breaks the tackle, spins his way inside the 30, down to the Bulldog 29-yard line. Should be enough for a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles as Patrick Barker helped give him that block. And Hickey breaking the tackle at about the 33, spins his way inside for the first down. 4:20 to go. First down and 10 now at the Bulldog 29-yard line.
I think Barker would have liked to stay with that block a little bit longer if he could have. It might have sprang Hickey for an Eagle 6. But good job of staying with the block long enough to pick up the first down.
Williford, a receiver right. Zach Walker, the freshman receiver, checks in. Far side. Shaw takes out. Pressure comes. He'll unload this one, looking for Robinson, who found it first. And Robinson can't hold on, but a flag comes out down at the 4-yard line. It appears it'll be pass interference against the Citadel Bulldogs. Dalton Trevino trying to smother up Darion Robinson. And credit Darion, he found the ball first. Trevino was too busy trying to get in the grill of Robinson. We'll see what the flag is all about as Ed Rhodes talks with his colleagues in black and white stripes.
Very good call. The ball was in the air.
And good job by Jabo Shaw. The pressure was coming from the Citadel Bulldogs, and he let it fly.
And it was a good pass.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 4. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Even with the interference, I thought Robinson had a chance at it. That ball might have been tipped or rushed. I don't know. It didn't look like it came out of the right hand of Jabo cleanly, but it looked like Robinson was still going to try to go up and get it, coming back at the 5-yard line. But good to see Georgia Southern, as we mentioned, the open with that downfield passing game here this afternoon, able to move the ball.
First down 10, now at the Bulldog 14-yard line. 3:59 to go, second quarter. They trail 12-7 to the Citadel. Split gun formation. Jabo Shaw has Brown and Hickey to each side. Jonathan Bryan checks in as a slot left side, along with Contrella Showers, a wide out to the left. Shaw, option left side. Pitch to Hickey. Hickey to the 10. Hickey cuts back at the 5. Hickey dives in. Put an Eagles 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Nico Hickey, the senior out of Columbus, Georgia, his second rushing touchdown of the season, lifts the Eagles to a 1-point lead, 13-12, with 3:53 to go here in the second quarter.
And you can give half of that touchdown to J.B., who throws a huge block from the A-back spot down in the corner.
What a great play by Shaw, though. Held on to the ball to the very last second before he pitched it. Almost, the spacing wasn't that good. He almost handed it off to him. But very good pitch by Jabo Shaw.
Charlie Edwards to hold. Carter Jones to snap. Snap, set, kick on its way. It's good. Eagles back on top. 14-12, 3:53 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout, step away for just a moment. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Love NFL football? Let Bud Light hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Just snap the tag on special packs of Bud Light and you can win VIP trips to the 2012 NFL Draft, the Pro Bowl, and the Super Bowl. Want the ultimate fan experience? Here we go. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents except California, 21 and over. Program ends 1/15/2012. Send Bud Light snap tag at retail to snap@budlight.com. Message and data rates may apply. See rules at budlight.com/ultimatefan. Void where prohibited. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah! Take that touchdown to the bank!
Now you can watch live college football on your Verizon phone.
Run him over? Yeah!
Get over 75 live college games.
That's how you do it!
But don't just take my word for it.
What a catch!
Take his. Only Verizon offers you an experience as big as this. Find it all at VerizonWireless.com/video. Verizon, giving you college football on the go. Subscription required. Data charges apply according to your plan. Coverage not available everywhere.
Georgia Southern football presented in part by Bud Light. Bud Light reminds you that responsibility matters and to always designate a driver. Bud Light, the sure sign of a good time. Bud Light, here we go. 14-12. The Eagles now back on top over the Citadel Bulldogs. 3:53 to go here in the second quarter of action. And Jabo Shaw, what's hard to quantify what he does for this team. Came back in at quarterback after they picked up the first down inside Bulldog territory. Leads the team down the field. Nico Hickey with his second rushing touchdown. And a great block by Jonathan Bryan. Something I know was not lost on the Eagles coaching staff. But let's go down on the field. Ryan Chambers again, an Optum Orthopedic Eagle injury update with J.J. Wilcox.
Yeah, I haven't been able to talk to Robbie yet, but they are checking on J.J., walking him up and down the sidelines again. Still coming back 2 weeks removed. But right now, as we mentioned, and as you mentioned, Jonathan Bryant, Nico Hickey, and Darren Robinson are certainly filling the void there at the A-back position. And something that you also mentioned, this coaching staff knew they were going to have to tighten that up, and it's looked much better here in the first half.
Let me talk about that drive real quick as I look at the Toyota game tracker. The Eagles drive 7 plays, 52 yards, used 4 minutes and 8 seconds to put an Eagles 6 on it and to go up by 2 over the Citadel, 14-12. Southern Conference scoring update. Furman leading App State at halftime, 20-0.
Billy Greer will tee it up at the 30-yard line. Wind in his face. Here's the approach. Kick. High but short. Fielded by Gamble by the Bulldogs at around the 20-yard line. He'll come up and sneak up the near sideline across the 30, 35, and brought down at the 38-yard line.
Check that. I have a correction. I apologize. Halftime score. Furman 20, Appalachian State 7. Appalachian State 7 in the fourth quarter. Another Southern Conference action. Chattanooga, the Mocs are leading the Sanford Bulldogs 17-6. Wofford, Western Carolina kick off at 3 o'clock today.
3:47 to go here in the first half. 14-12. Georgia Southern with a 2-point lead. Now the Citadel Bulldogs back on the field after executing a 17-play drive that lasted nearly 9 minutes. for their last score. It'll be Aaron Miller again in at quarterback. Aaron Miller trying to go around the right edge, and he was caught behind the line of scrimmage, but the big guy able to pull John Douglas across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Douglas, the senior out of Augusta, Georgia, at 6'2", 245, had a hard time bringing down Aaron Miller at 6 feet, 215.
Yeah, Douglas came down kind of in a tackle position because Eubanks came in from the linebacker at the end position. Douglas able to block that alley.
3-yard pickup, second down, 7 at the 42-yard line of the Bulldogs. Miller will pull. Here's the pitch. Not a lot of spacing, but breaking a tackle is Van Dyke Jones. He's across midfield to the Eagle 47. It will be Josh Rowe on the stop for Georgia Southern. And a quick toss in traffic by the freshman Aaron Miller. But Van Dyke Jones, the junior out of Norfolk, Virginia, came in with 29 carries, 135 yards. And for Van Dyke Jones, who missed virtually all of 2010 with an injury, that's been the difference for the Bulldogs this year. They've been able to stay healthy through 9 weeks of action. First down and 10 at the 47 for the Citadel. Miller again trying to dance and find some room right side and gets to about the 45, maybe the 44, before Roderick Tinsley able to bring him down just shy of the 45-yard line. Tinsley and Josh Rowe combining on the stop. Pickup of 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8.
I'm surprised at the depth our linebackers are playing. And you're playing a Citadel team that's yet to even try a pass today, not known for their passing ability. Somebody playing about 6 yards off the line of scrimmage, 7 yards at time for the linebackers.
Big size up front for the Bulldogs. 6'6", 307, 6 feet, 272 on that left side. Here's the pitch coming out wide side to Ricky Anderson. Makes it to about the 42-yard line before Deion Stanley makes the top. You've got Neil Strange, redshirt junior, 6'6", 307 on the left side of that offensive line. Keith Carter at 6 feet, 272. Mike Sellers up front, 6 feet, 273. Jim Knowles, 6 feet, 281. And Tyler Thornton, 6'3", 244, the smallest of the group, out at right tackle. It'll be third down and 5 at the 42-yard line. The Bulldogs 4 of 5 on third downs today as the crowd tries to get in the ear of Aaron Miller. Miller under center, takes out, option right side. Miller, late pitch, gives it off and smothered up and dropped at the 40-yard line is Terrence Martin. Hudson Presame coming up to make a great open field tackle, and that will set up 4th and about 2 for the Bulldogs offense.
Good job on that left side of the defensive line. First of all, you've got Darius Eubanks, who takes out the quarterback. You got Eubanks and you got Ejike and for hot pursuit, Bailey. And then Presame does a really good job of open field tackle. It's going to be 4th and 2 as the time clock is about 10 seconds, Chris. And they may go for it here with the ball spotted at the 40-yard line.
Bulldogs trying to get in personnel here as the play clock down to 5. They just now break the huddle. With 3 seconds, they try to line up, and Citadel has to call the timeout. 55 seconds remain here in the second quarter. Bulldogs staring down 4th and a little less than 3 at the 40-yard line. Let's steal away for a quick timeout. Hold it. We'll hold it right here. Let's pause station identification. Let's do that first. You're listening to Georgia Southern football on the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
ESPN 102.1.
Where only one can win.
WZAT-FM. Tybee Island, Savannah.
Academic as well as athletic superiority.
A Cumulus media station.
Back inside the Verizon broadcast booth on a chilly and windy day. Sunshine and blue skies here in Statesboro, but winds whipping up 30, 35 miles an hour. A little bit of gusts at times. Chris Blair, former Eagle Terry Harbin, Ryan Chambers, and Russ Brown with you here.
Hey,
it's 14-12. Georgia Southern leads by 2. The Citadel Bulldogs looking at 55 seconds remaining on the second quarter clock. They look at 4th and less than 3 at the 40-yard line. And on the year, not bad, 47% on 4th down.
What you got, Ryan?
Have you ever heard this crowd on its feet when a Furman score is announced and they're up at the half?
I know it's crazy. It is odd, but it just shows you you know who your friends are when you need your friends. You know what I mean? And right now today we need Furman to step up to the plate and knock off Mountaineers.
Now, what's the old saying? Keep your friends close, your enemies closer.
In this case, they're both enemies.
55 seconds to go, and they'll appear to bring out Cass Cooey to punt this away. Cooey at the 45 of his own. Little short kick, knuckleball punt, takes a bounce for the Citadel. at the 15. Looked like it came off the back of an Eagle, and luckily Georgia Southern falls on it at about the 13-yard line. Deion Stanley, man on the spot, will protect the football for the Eagles with 47 seconds to play here in the first half.
That was a close one, Ryan.
Yeah, it hit off the left leg of Stanley, and Citadel was all kind of, they had their backs turned, looking back toward the formation, and then they fall on it. They're getting the ball there at the 12-yard line.
Fans, for all of your gas up and tailgate supply needs, it's Neighbors Express convenience stores with locations in Statesboro in front of Lowe's, also in Sylvania and exit 51 in Dublin on your way into the heart of Eagle Nation. Choose to do business with those that are true blue. Choose Neighbors Express convenience stores. First down 10 at the 12-yard line for the Eagles. Jabo Shaw, shotgun snap, hit him in the hands and drop loose. Pile for it down around the 8-yard line. It appears the Eagles and Jabo Shaw able to jump back on top of it, but a dangerous play deep inside Eagle territory with 30 seconds to go in the first half. And just a snap where it almost hit Jabo in the hands. I don't know if he may have taken his eye off it just for a moment.
It was a rocket coming back there as a shotgun position, and that ball was fired out of there. A little bit harder than I think he expected. Jabo just not ready. Now you got second 14, ball at the 9.
10 seconds to go here in the first half. Shaw under center. Take the snap. Give it off to Brown, and he's smothered up immediately, and that will be the final play of the first half. So 2 quarters of action in the books here. Georgia Southern heads to the locker room. They lead 14-12 over the Citadel Bulldogs. Not a pretty half, to say the least, for the Eagles. Let's go down to Ryan Chambers and head coach Jeff Monken.
Coach, I know you got to be pleased with the last defensive stand and probably what you want to see more of in the second half.
Well, just need to stop them. They're running the ball on it. Cause of missed assignments. Once again, offensively, we got the same thing. Ball on the ground too many times, missed assignments costing us. It's frustrating. I wish I had an answer right here to tell you why we're playing so bad, but I don't have it, but I'm going to try to go find out right now.
Get Jarek and Jabo both. It looked like both looked good at times. Your thoughts on both quarterbacks in the first half?
Well, they're both good players. We're trying to use them both, and we'll see what happens in the second half.
Good luck, Coach. Thank you for your time. Guys?
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Coach. We're at halftime here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. Homecoming 2011. Georgia Southern with a 2-point lead, 14-12 over the Citadel Bulldogs. Stay tuned. Up next, we've got the Southern halftime report. Russ Brown will step in. He'll take you through the first half stats and highlights, as well as a scoreboard across the Southern Conference and all of FCS football. Your score at the break: Georgia Southern 14, the Citadel Bulldogs 12. This is Georgia Southern football.
The competition has been thrown for a loss. Every day, Vaden Nissan. Plus hundreds of pre-owned cars and trucks in stock every day. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro. Just look for the giant American flag.
Join Seth Harp from Harp on Sports and ESPN 102.1 for Monday Night Football every Monday at B&D Burgers off Abercorn. Test your knowledge with sports trivia before kickoff and take home sweet prizes as we play football bingo throughout the game. From free food to buckets of beer, we've got you covered. Sports trivia and football bingo every Monday night. B&D Burgers is the official home for Monday Night Football on ESPN 102.1. ESPN 102.1.
Your halftime score: Georgia Southern leads the Citadel 14-12 here at Paulson Stadium. The Southern halftime report right around the corner right after this on the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Okay, it's game day, where tradition runs deeper than your Aunt Betty's baked beans. Face paint? Check. Cooler? Check. Meat for the grill? Check. Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing, payload, and a V6 EcoBoost engine delivering 22 mpgs. Check, check, and check. Now check this. Go to shopfordnow.com to find great offers on F-150 from your local Ford dealer. Fans of Georgia Southern football. EPA estimated 16 city, 22 highway mpg, 3.5-liter V6 4x2.
I'm Jeff Monken.
head football coach at Georgia Southern University. My job is to prepare players to win football games and succeed in life. To do this, I know it's essential for the Eagles to perform together with outstanding effort in order to ensure success. When I was shopping for a bank, my philosophy was just as simple. My direction and excellent team delivery. Take it from the coach. The Citizens Bank team wins. For simple banking your way, stop by and see Kevin Harrison and the staff at Citizens Bank of Bullitt County. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Welcome into the Southern Halftime Report presented by the Georgia Lottery. Russ Brown, Terry Harvin here, high above Paulson Stadium. The Eagles lead it at the half, 14-12. And Terry, really, when you look at the scoreboard, special teams, a couple of block extra points, really the story of the first half.
It certainly is for the Eagles, and that is the big difference, and it could prove crucial if this game stays back and forth like this till the end. Looking at the Eagles' stats, 66 yards on the ground from Georgia Southern, 89 in the air, 23 plays, 155 yards. For the Citadel Bulldogs, all of their yards on the ground. They have yet to even attempt a pass. 30 plays, 143 yards so far for the Citadel Bulldogs. 2 penalties for 29 yards for the Eagles. 5 penalties for 35 yards. Time of possession, give the edge to the Bulldogs. 17 minutes and 3 seconds. For Georgia Southern, just 12:57. The Bulldogs are 4 of 7 on third down conversions. They are 1 of 1 on fourth down or in scoring position in red zone. The Eagles are 2 of 4 third down conversions, 1 of 1 fourth down conversions, and 1 of 2 in the red zone. Jarek McKinnon is the leading rusher for 31 yards. Nico Hickey has 24. Robert Brown, 23 yards. Robinson for the Citadel Bulldogs has 61. Aaron Miller, the backup quarterback, has 52 yards. The highlight for the Citadel Bulldogs was a 17-play drive that ate up over 8 minutes of the clock for the Citadel Bulldogs, but it's 14-12. And Russell, I think we're feeling the effects of Brent Russell not being here today and not playing for the Eagles up front, even though Blake Riley and Tinsley and Bailey are doing a good job. But Brent Russell's just a beast up front, and the Citadel Bulldogs are capitalized on it. And that's where they're picking up the yardage, is right up the gut. Our linebackers seem to be playing about 5 to 6 yards off the line of scrimmage, pretty far back. You'll see them play up a little bit, but they got to be careful not to get burned back deep. But again, as you mentioned, special teams play huge, because that's how the Citadel Bulldogs got the opening drive, was a remarkable kickoff from the Citadel. And then at the same time, Georgia Southern has done a pretty good job on kickoff, punt returns and all that as well.
Absolutely. Setting the Eagles up with good field position, and they've got a couple of block extra points. That's the difference in the game right now. Georgia Southern leads at 14-12, and the good news is the Eagles get the ball first to start the second half. The Southern Halftime Report presented by the Georgia Lottery. Play the Jeep Outdoor Adventure today. The Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. We've still got more to come. Scores and highlights on the way. We'll take you around the campus as well. You're listening to Georgia Southern Football.
You want a great deal. No, you deserve a great deal. And Hilton Head Honda is going to make sure you get it. It's the Hilton Head Honda deal of the day, going on right now, today, tomorrow, and every day. Every single day there's a great deal at Hilton Head Honda. They get new inventory every single day, and they're making room by putting you in a car payment that you never dreamed you'd get. Hilton Head Honda has great cars with payments under $250 a month, under $200 a month, and some even under $170 a month. Bet you didn't think you could buy a 2009 for under $170 a month. You can at Hilton Head Honda. Check them out right now at HiltonHeadHonda.com or log on to ESPN1021.com and we'll link you up. You want a great deal, and you deserve it. And that's what you'll get from Hilton Head Honda, the most experienced dealer in the Hilton Head and Bluffton area.
Estimated payments of $2,500 down. Cash or trade includes tax, tags, fees, 72 months at 5.95 APR with approved credits.
Harp on Sports with Seth Harp.
After watching Tim Tebow play in the NFL now for a little over a year, I finally figured out the difference between he and other NFL quarterbacks. Tim Tebow is a scratch-off lottery ticket compared to Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, who are a golden goose. They're going to give you a golden egg every single day. Tim Tebow is a scratch-off lottery ticket. Sometimes you'll win, sometimes you lose, but the steady payoff will never be there.
Harp on Sports with Seth Harp. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN 102.1.
All right, guys, gather around. There's a girl out there right now. She wants to meet you. She doesn't know it yet. I want you to go out. I want you to hand her an ice-cold Budweiser. I mean frosted ice-cold. Hurt your hand cold. Because what if she's not just some girl, guys? What if she's the girl? Hand her that crisp, cold Budweiser, because the spark you feel could get you through 2 mornings, maybe longer. Great times away.
Please drink responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. ESPN 102.1.
Welcome into the Southern Halftime Report, presented by the Georgia Lottery on the Georgia Southern Radio Network. The Georgia Lottery. Remember, today could be the day. And now from the Verizon broadcast booth, here is Russ Brown.
Your score at the half, Georgia Southern leads the Citadel 14-12. The Eagles will get the ball to start the second half. We've got scores and highlights on the way. This is Georgia Southern football.
On to round 3. If a train leaves Spokane...
Schenectady by Saturday.
Correct. March comes before May. What's in my left pocket?
Half a mint and a rusty switchblade.
Correct.
Bam.
Who lets you watch TV episodes and movies instantly over the internet?
Ha-ha! Netflix.
Correct. Watch unlimited TV episodes and movies for only $8 a month from Netflix. See terms of use.
That is rad.
I know. Can you put me down now?
Sorry, I'm a hugger.
Hey, Georgia Southern fans. This is Jay Rowe with Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers in Savannah. As a Georgia Southern grad myself, I wanted to take this opportunity to wish the football team the best of luck this season. Plus, all of the staff at Lee Hill & Rowe would like to thank the over 4,000 individuals, families, and business owners that trust Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers to handle their auto, home, and business insurance needs. As independent insurance agents, we work hard to provide the right amount of coverage with the best service available, all at a very competitive price. Go Eagles.
This weekend, we're kicking off the holidays in style because it's Super Saturday at Walmart, where for one day only, you'll find huge savings on toys and electronics. Get a $50 Walmart gift card when you purchase an Xbox 360 4GB with Kinect for just $299. Or pick up a Vizio 42-inch class LED 1080p TV for just $498 while supplies last. For the kids, we'll have tools for building holiday wish lists, balloons, and more. So join us for Super Saturday, starting 11 a.m. at Walmart. No rain checks. Quantities limited. Minimum 2 per store.
The competition has been thrown for a loss. Every day, Vaden Nissan of Statesboro tackles high car prices and payments with huge discounts and savings and passes them directly to you on every new Nissan car and truck in stock. Right now, take $10,000 off 2011 Titans. MSRP $40,005, selling price $30,005. Plus tax and title, dealer retains all rebates and incentives. Plus hundreds of pre-owned cars and trucks in stock every day. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro. Just look for the giant American flag.
ESPN 102.1.
Welcome back to the Southern Halftime Report, presented by the Georgia Lottery on the Georgia Southern Radio Network. The Georgia Lottery. Remember, today could be the day.
Back with you here on the Southern Halftime Report. Georgia Southern leads it 14-12 at the end of the first half. Let's recap the scoring for you. The Citadel got it started. A 2-play, 31-yard drive set up by a nice kickoff return. It was Darian Robinson from 26 yards out. Ryan Sellers hit the extra had the extra point blocked, and the lead was 6-0. The Eagles go to work on offense. It took just one play. Jabo Shaw from 63 yards out to Darian Robinson.
One receiver to each side as Jabo takes out, looking to throw early on. In the flat, wide open. Catch made at midfield by Darian Robinson. Down the far sideline, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Put an Eagle 6 on it.
The Citadel would come right back and enter that score with one of their own, a 17-play, 82-yard drive. It ate up 8 minutes and 51 seconds off the clock as Aaron Miller took it in from 2 yards out. Ryan Sellers' extra point blocked again. That left the score at 12-7. Georgia Southern to work on offense. This time a 7-play, 52-yard drive. 4 minutes coming off the clock, and it was Nico Hickey taking it in from 14 yards out.
Shaw, option left side. Pitch to Hickey. Hickey to the 10. Hickey cuts back at the 5. Hickey dives in. Put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Nico Hickey.
And that touchdown run by Hickey, plus the Adrian Mora extra point, made the score 14-12, Georgia Southern, and that's where it stands right here at the half. Quickly, let's get a look at your Southern Conference scoreboard. As Terry mentioned, Furman up in Greenville, South Carolina, leading Appalachian State at the half, 20-7. The Southern Halftime Report presented by the Georgia Lottery. Try your hand at Wheel of Fortune. Win up to $100,000 and a chance for a trip to Hollywood with Pat and Ben of the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Coming up next, Chris Blair takes you around the campus, and on the other side of the break, Chris Blair, Terry Harvard, and Ryan Chambers have the second half play-by-play. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Has the economy affected your credit? Are you struggling to get the items you want or need? Buddy's Home Furnishings has a program to fit everyone's needs, including weekly rental purchase programs, monthly lease ownership programs, or even up to 6 months same as cash pricing, all with no credit check and instant approval. So if you're looking for or are needing new furniture, TVs, computers, appliances, and more, stop by Buddy's and let our team help you find just what you're looking for. To find the Buddy's store nearest you, visit BuddyRents.com.
Yeah! Take that touchdown to the bank!
Now you can watch live college football on your Verizon phone.
Run him over. Yeah!
Get over 75 live college games.
That's how you do it!
But don't just take my word for it.
What a catch!
Take his. Only Verizon offers you an experience as big as this. Find it all at VerizonWireless.com/video. Verizon, giving you college football on the go. Subscription required. Data charges apply according to your plan. Coverage not available everywhere.
Careful you're not like, Mr. It Can't Happen to Me, thinking heart disease is for other people, because heart disease can happen to anyone, even you. If it does, remember East Georgia Regional is where you'll find life-saving specialists and services available locally, and that can make all the difference in a cardiac emergency. But don't take our word for it. Read our patient stories or submit your own at eastgeorgiaregional.net.
The Georgia Lottery's new Jeep Outdoor Adventure Instant game is the game that just keeps getting better. Just think, you could win the top prize of $250,000 or one of 15 Jeep Wranglers, plus $25,000 cash to customize your new Jeep. Even better, you could also win a $250 gift card for EaglesNestOutfitters.com. There's even a second chance drawing to win a Jeep Wrangler or camping gear prize packs. Play the new Jeep Outdoor Adventure Instant game from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Please play responsibly.
Georgia Southern University remains a great investment for graduate and online programs for students from all walks of life. Whether you're just finishing your 4-year degree or wanting to get back in school to retool and retrain for your current or new career, Georgia Southern offers a wide array of graduate and online programs to fit your busy schedule. Dr. Charles Patterson, Vice President for Research and Dean of the Jack N. Abert College of Graduate Studies, shared with us the growth of graduate students as part of the overall Georgia Southern family.
We've got over 2,700 graduate students at Georgia Southern University, which account for a little over 13% of our student population.
Dr. Patterson says that as more colleges at the university offer online programs, careful planning is taken to maintain the flexibility for students while also providing a world-class education from Georgia Southern University.
Our College of Education is by far our largest enrolling college for graduate students, and a lot of their programs are actually online programs. As we try to meet the needs of the state, we try to meet that need in different ways. Many of our programs are face-to-face. Many of our programs are online. And the delivery format is, again, to meet the needs of our students, but also the needs of the instructional mission of the university.
With recent online programs receiving national attention and more online programs coming very soon, Dr. Patterson sees continued growth for classroom and online settings.
We have a new computer science program that started only a couple of years ago, and the computer science program was recently ranked as one of the top 10 best buys in the United States by GetEducated.com. Georgia Southern University was ranked 9th in the nation out of 140 schools that were surveyed. We have, for example, the Executive MBA program, which will be beginning in the spring of 2012, and we're currently accepting applications for that program. We have, for example, the Executive MBA program, which will be beginning in the spring of 2012, and we're currently accepting applications for that program.
Patterson also maintains there is no better time than now to invest in yourself by earning a graduate degree from Georgia Southern in order to stay ahead of the competitive job market in all fields.
There's probably no greater investment that you can make than in higher education, in an advanced degree. As we look at the workforce and employment right now in and around the country, we see that more and more people are employing those with master's degrees or doctoral degrees or terminal degrees. And certainly if investments can be made, you can never go wrong with investment in higher education.
For more information on the complete offerings in graduate studies at Georgia Southern University, just point your browser to cogs.georgiasouthern.edu. Coming up, second half action of the Citadel and Georgia Southern on Homecoming Day, live from Paulson Stadium on the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
In Evans, call Bill Bennett, Mike Manning in Vidalia, or
when filled with 4,000 Eagles. We have the players, we have the ability, but the road won't be easy. We can't do it alone. We need you, Eagle Nation, every game in Hannah. Now it's time to add our chapter to the legacy. The road to Asheville begins now.
Call 1-800-GSU-WINS for your Eagle basketball season tickets today.
Georgia Southern University. It is challenging, yet rewarding. It is attained in the classroom and online. It builds upon the past to prepare you for the future. It turns your dreams to goals and goals into reality. It opens doors of opportunity. It is life-changing. We are Georgia Southern University. Join us.
When you have a problem, nothing is better than talking to someone you know and someone who knows you. The Heritage Bank of the South team are folks you know, like John Roach and Chris Carter. And at the multiple Heritage Bank of the South locations in Statesboro, you'll see more friendly faces and receive great service. Heritage Bank of the South is a proud supporter of Georgia Southern University, with 3 area locations to serve you: 335 South Main Street, 201 South Main Street, and 726 Northside Drive.
Back at Alan E. Paulson Stadium, getting set for the start of the second half here for Homecoming 2011. Welcome back, Chris Blair, former Eagle Terry Harvin, Ryan Chambers down on the sideline, Russ Brown here in the booth with you. It's a 14-12 Georgia Southern lead over the Citadel Bulldogs. Taking a look at the Toyota game tracker, Georgia Southern on the ground in the first half of action, 66 yards on 21 running plays. The Citadel Bulldogs 30 plays for 143 yards. At the end of the day, Georgia Southern with 89 passing yards in that first half. They have 155 total yards of offense to 143 for the Citadel Bulldogs. Jarek McKinnon, 6 carries for 24 yards. Nico Hickey, 3 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. And Jabo Shaw, 2 of 2 passing today for 89 yards and a passing touchdown. The opening score for the Eagles, 63 yards to Darion Robinson. Georgia Southern True Blue, defined as diehard, enthusiastic, lifetime supporters of Georgia Southern University. Are you True Blue? Well, if you are, join the Alumni Association today. Visit alumni.georgiasouthern.edu or call 912-GSU-ALUM. Time now for the second half kickoff presented by Heritage Bank of the South. 20 locations across the state of Georgia. Convenient locations right here in Statesboro. Depend on Heritage Bank of the South. There for you then, here for you now. It'll be Jonathan Bryant and LaRon Scott back deep for the Eagles. As Ryan Sellers tees it up at the 30-yard line, wind at his back, kicking right to left, fielded by LaRon Scott at about the 4-yard line. LaRon Scott up the near side hash, broke a tackle momentarily across the 25, then hit hard as he made it to the 30. Just shy of the 30-yard line. That's where the Eagles take over. First down and 10. We're underway here in the second half in a 14-12 Georgia Southern lead. And Terry, walked outside the press box here, talked to some Georgia Southern fans. They said that was a beautiful option drive. Unfortunately, it was for the Citadel Bulldogs in that 17-play drive that helped them get 12 points on the day.
Yeah, it looked like a Georgia Southern offense eating up the clock the way they did, 4 to 8 yards at a clip.
The Citadel Bulldogs elect to kick off deep this time, the first time all game.
First down, 10 at the 29 is where the Eagles get started, attacking left to right on your dial. Jabo Shaw, split gun formation. Shaw setting up option, pitch to Robert Brown, 30, 35, lowers the shoulder, runs over a Bulldog at the 40 and makes his way across the 45. Let's see where they mark him down. I think they'll say his knee came down at the 44. Nico Hickey with a great block on the edge, but a flag coming out late in the play. We'll see what it's all about. It appears to be against the Eagles.
That's something we didn't see last week against App State, and that is the B-back or the A-back taking out the corner and the safety on the pitch.
Offense, number 9.
Unfortunately, it's going to be
foul. Repeat, first down.
All for naught as Zach Walker gets called for holding, but Nico Hickey throwing a vicious block on the corner that sprung Robert Brown to pick up the first down, but again, it's being called back due to a holding call.
6th penalty of the day for Georgia Southern. Very uncharacteristic. The Citadel Bulldogs come in the least penalized a year ago in FCS, and so far this year they're the least penalized in FCS football.
2 penalties for Citadels today for 29 yards. The Eagles 6 penalties now.
First down and about 7 after the infraction. Shotgun snap. Shaw throwing in the flat off the mark, and Robinson couldn't hold on. It's incomplete at about the 37-yard line.
What I liked about that pass, Ryan, though, was Jabo Shaw didn't wait till he was open. He threw it to where Robinson was going to be. I like that.
We've seen a lot of Robinson and Hickey and not a lot about Wilcox, as I've got an injury update there after this play.
Second down, 7. At the Eagle 32-yard line, just underway third quarter, 14-18, or rather 14-19 to go. 14-12, Georgia Southern with a 2-point lead. Split back formation once again out of the gun. Handed off Robinson. Hit initially, then spins off, trying to make his way to the 34-yard line before being smothered up there. It will set up third and a little more than 5 as Rod Harlan and Tolu Akindele, both linebackers, getting in for the stop. As Contrella Showers will check in as a receiver for the Eagles. It'll be 3rd down and 5 at the 34-yard line. The Eagles on the day, just 2 of 4 in 3rd down efficiency. Coming into today's game, 49% on the year. 2 receivers sent to the right, 1 to the left side, split gun formation. Citadel with 5 men up front. Shaw looking to throw. Catch, short stuff at the 38. Patrick Barker. It appears to be shy of the first down. Let's wait and see where the spot is. They needed to get to the 39. It looks like the far side spot is at the 39. Of course, the play went to the near side.
It's going to be close.
Ed Rhodes probably wants a measurement, and he'll call for one now, as it just appears to be just shy of the 39-yard line with the near side spot.
Typically, you go about 3 yards beyond the first down marker and then show the quarterback your numbers. In that case, it looks like we went right to the flag or right to the spot, turned around, and he wasn't able to pick up anything. And as they stretch the chains out, we'll see, and it looks like it's going to get it.
Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Patrick Barker on the catch will get a fresh set of downs for the Eagles here to open up this first drive of the second half. 13:22 to play. 14-12, Georgia Southern with the lead. As Tyler Sumner and Jarrett McKinnon will check in. McKinnon will work under center, so Jabo Shaw will check out. McKinnon in at quarterback, again trying to show the Bulldogs a different look. He'll give to Brown. Brown across the 40 left side to about the 42-yard line. Chris Billingsley on the stop. Pickup of 2 yards. Second down, 8 for the Eagles. Trying to approach midfield here with 13 minutes to go in the third quarter.
What you got, Ryan, on Wilcox?
It looks like it's a knee injury, as we were suspecting, wondering if it was any lingering effects from 2 weeks past, but it is a knee injury. He's out for now, but they're going to keep working on it and see if they can't put him back late in this ball game.
That Eagle injury update brought to you by Optum Orthopedic, the official orthopedic care providers to the Georgia Southern Eagles. Second down, 8 at the 41. McKinnon takes the snap, hands it off again to Brown, who bowls his way across the 45, just shy of the 46-yard line. Billingsley and Rod Harlan, the middle linebacker, combined for the stop, but sets up a very manageable 3rd down and 2 for the Eagles offense with 12:22 to go here in the third quarter and a 14-12 Eagle lead.
Robert Brown on the day, just 10 carries, about 44 yards on the ground. last week shut down for the most part by App State up the middle.
Ball placed just off the near side hash. 3rd down and a little more than 2 at the 47-yard line. McKinnon under center. Flexbone formation. Robinson, Hickey, your A-backs. Robert Brown, your B-back. 1 receiver. And Patrick Barker out to the near side. McKinnon going to keep. Swats away a couple of arm tackles, makes his way to midfield. It's enough for a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Carl Robinson on the stop for the Citadel Bulldogs. And now the Eagles coming out in this opening drive, Terry, trying to just choke the clock a little bit, move the chains, and move downfield as Jabo Shaw will check back in at quarterback.
7 plays so far on this drive. What we did on that was we moved Dorian Bird over to the right-hand side next to Brett Moore and William Maxwell and ran right behind him.
First down 10 at the 50. Shaw in the split gun formation. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Shaw, option, left side. Pitch comes to Robert Brown. Robert Brown, 45. Robert Brown inside the Bulldog 40, out of bounds, far side. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. What a beautiful run. Great separation that time, and a beautiful decision by Jabo Shaw making the pitch to the sophomore out of Macon, Georgia. It's a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles.
Again, as Jabo comes off the field and McKinnon checks back in, Jabo Shaw has that ability to wait to the last minute. I've said it before. Reminds me of the great Raymond Gross, who used to wait to the last second to get rid of it to Joe Ross or Carl Miller.
First down 10 now at the Bulldog 37-yard line. McKinnon out of the shotgun, coming near side. Pitch to Robinson. Robinson smothered up as he makes his way to the 32-yard line. Nico Hickey trying to give a block outside. Tolu Akindele on the stop for the Bulldogs. But a good pickup on first down as McKinnon and Robinson combine for the option pitch. Jabo Shaw back in at quarterback. Jonathan Bryant will check in as A-back, and Contreras Showers back onto the field as a receiver.
Look at all that personnel coming in and out. I tell you, fresh legs, fresh lungs coming into the ball game for Georgia Southern.
Logan Daves checking into the game in offensive line.
And a shoe come off somebody I saw come flying off it late.
Second down 5 at the 31-yard line of the Bulldogs. Split gun formation. And at the snap, whistles and a flag.
Logan Daves coming in, getting a little bit of playing time.
Offense. Number 77, 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Redshirt freshman out of Blue Ridge, Georgia.
Looked like in maybe Brett Moore lost his shoe. And Daves was heads up. I tell you, that's something you keep an eye on. A lot of times kids will kind of wander down the sidelines a little bit, but he came in immediately, allowing Brett Moore to get the equipment back going and on the sidelines.
More personnel changes. Jarek McKinnon in at quarterback. Dominique Swope will check in as the B-back. Second down 9 after the penalty. Option left side. Late pitch. Swope. Citadel all over it, and they'll drop him back at the 36-yard line. No gain on the play as good penetration by the Bulldogs. Knew where that play was going. Almost seemed to be in the huddle that time as Julian Baxter on the stop leading the way, but tons of powder blue and white jerseys on that far left side.
Again, we ran that to an unbalanced line to the left. There we bring Bird over there. We bring William Maxwell and Brett Moore over there. As Jabo Shaw checks back into the ball game. 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at the 36-yard line, and the Eagles 4 of 6 on 3rd down today.
Opening drive of the second half. 9:13 to go, 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 10 at the 36, and before the snap, another flag. And it looks like motion again.
Brett Moore not very happy as he's yelling at his colleagues on the line of scrimmage. Guys, you got to get it right, as that will be the 8th penalty on the day for Georgia Southern, and these players not happy with themselves.
Offense. Number 77, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Robert Brown checking back into the ball game. Again, we had a rash of penalties last week, and we're seeing it again today.
That one on DeBartolo, and he's played all over that offensive line filling in this year, and we've had some changes, as you mentioned, from the first quarter on today up front.
Yeah, DeBartolo playing out wide at the left tackle. It's now 3rd and 15 at the 41-yard line of the Bulldogs. Here's a counter to Brown, trying to find it around the left side. And the Bulldogs stay at home. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but it will set up 4th down and 10 as Tolu Akindele, again, the senior out of Houston, Texas, gets a stop for the Bulldogs. And now decision time here, 4th and 10, inside the 36-yard line of the Bulldogs. Georgia Southern appearing to look at it here as now Coach Monken and Jabo Shaw have a little bit of a discussion there as the offense still staying on the field, and Shaw will check back in.
11th play of this drive. Shame if this drive after all this ends after 11 plays.
Eagles today 1 of 1 on 4th down. Just 20% on the season. 4th down and 10. Shaw takes out. Has time. Floats across the middle. Looking. And Bryant caught at the 1. Jonathan Bryant hauls it in. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. It'll be first down, goal to go at the Bulldog 1-yard line.
Wow, what a great touch pass and poise by Shaw in the pocket and put that ball right where he needed to and trusted on Bryant's speed to catch up to it. And the young man did exactly that. He stayed focused on the ball, Ryan, looked it in and made the catch.
It looked like zone that a linebacker had him in that first level, and his safety picked it up and he blew right past both.
First down, goal to go at the Bulldog 1-yard line. Shaw under center. Dominique Swope, the freshman, in it. B back. Snap a little bobbled. Shaw lost the football. It's on the carpet. Citadel says they have it at the goal line, and they do. Flag comes out. We'll see what the flag's about, but it was a bad snap to Shaw. Hit him in the hands and almost spun over. Then he tried to get possession and move right side. Then it was knocked right out of his hands by a Bulldog. We'll see what the flag is all about.
Come on. Go against Citadel. Come on, go against Citadel here. On that long pass by Jabo Shaw, also give credit to that offensive line. He had an amazing amount of time.
The flag fell out as the beanbag was thrown. Citadel's ball first down.
So the Eagles come up empty after looking at first down, goal to go at the 1. And
12 plays ends in a fumble. The second fumble of the day for Georgia Southern.
I'm not so sure there wasn't some miscommunication on that play as well before the snap.
First down 10 at the 1-yard line. Bulldogs take over. Aaron Miller, the freshman quarterback, will take the snap. Just gets out of the end zone and backs his way up to about the 4. Antoine Williams got to him first, but some breathing room for the Bulldogs, who started just steps out of their own end zone. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Citadel offense. And as Terry mentioned, the second costly turnover of this game and a 14-12 score. Georgia Southern holding on to the 2-point lead, well on their way to extending that lead down at the 1-yard line, but the fumbles give it back to the Bulldogs. 2nd and 7 at the 4. Aaron Miller will send 2 receivers out to the right. Split backfield as they'll motion a receiver out of the slot right side. Miller will keep. Miller gets hit in the knees, crosses the 5, gets to about the 7. And what can you say about Aaron Miller, the freshman quarterback out of Clover, South Carolina, will not go backward. He keeps moving forward, and once he moves beyond the line of scrimmage, it's positive yards for Coach Kevin Higgins and the Bulldogs.
4 fumbles on the day for Georgia Southern. We've lost 2 of them. The last one we lost, Citadel marched down the field on 17-play drive and scored. Let's hope we don't see a repeat of that as a big 3rd down. The Bulldogs are 4 of 7 on
Fourth down and 7 for the Bulldogs, who will have to punt out of their own end zone.
Give credit to Blake Riley on that one, and also to John Douglas that busted up that play. Good penetration. They hit the quarterback wide as his releases it. Now the punter's going to be back in his own end zone about the 9-yard deep as Robinson stands around midfield waiting to return this kick. The wind's at his back.
Cass Cooey, redshirt junior, averaging 43 yards a punt. As Terry said, 1 step off the back of the end zone. Takes the snap. Has time, gets it away. Decent kick and out of bounds, sailing into Eagle territory, and I believe they'll mark it. Let's see. No, it will sail out of bounds, and they'll say Georgia Southern football at the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs. So great field position. The Eagles will get it back. What a great defensive stand by Georgia Southern after another fumble thwarts a scoring opportunity for Georgia Southern. So timeout on the field. 5:33 to go, 3rd quarter, 14-12. Georgia Southern leads by 2. We'll return to Alan E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. This is Georgia Southern football.
holiday season has arrived. Walker Pharmacy wants to share this special season with you. While getting your prescriptions filled, the friendly staff at Walker Pharmacy will help you find the perfect holiday gift for everyone on your list. They make it easy to get in the holiday spirit with their affordable home decor and trendy fall apparel. Come on in. You won't believe how much there is to see. Walker Pharmacy is located in Main Street Village, North Side Drive West in Statesboro, and Brooklet Drug in downtown Brooklet.
During Harp on Sports from now until Friday, November 18th, ESPN 102.1 is going to give you the chance to win a free turkey courtesy of Coach's Corner. At 4:40 every weekday during Harp on Sports, listen for the turkey call. Be the first caller and you're going to win a free fried turkey. It's just that easy. It's the Harp on Sports ESPN 102.1 Coach's Corner Turkey Call, going on every weekday from now until Friday, November 18th, right here on ESPN 102.1 and ESPN1021.com.
We are ESPN 102.1.
Georgia Southern football presented in part by the University Store. Much more than a bookstore. From the official Nike sideline gear to the largest selection of officially licensed hats, shirts, and gifts. Visit their on-campus location here at their shops at Paulson Stadium or online anytime at gsustore.com. Welcome back. 5:33 to go. Third quarter. Eagles take over. First down and 10 at the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs. Pitch coming far side, and Citadel again not giving up anything on the corner. As Chris Billingsley out there quickly to smother up Nico Hickey. And we saw a little bit of difference defensively for Citadel in that first half, Terry, and that was nothing up the middle. Right now they're doing a great job of covering the perimeter.
Nothing up the middle, nothing on the perimeter. It's almost like they've seen this offense before. Second 11, the passing game certainly has worked so far for the Eagles. 4 of 5 passing for Jabo Shaw, 129 yards in the air.
Nico Hickey will move in a slot right side. Patrick Barker a wide out to the right. One lone receiver to the left. Shotgun formation as Hickey now motions out of the slot right side. They'll set up option. Here's the pitch. Robinson, 45. Spun, and a flag comes out, thrown way downfield as Robinson stopped at about the 43-yard line. It was Chris Billingsley again on the stop.
Now, great block by Nico Hickey, doing his part to block him out. Unfortunately, around the 45-yard line was a block in the back by the Southern. I saw it here, pretty blatant there, and it's going to back us up, and it's going to give us our 9th penalty on the day for Georgia Southern.
Boy, you can only imagine Coach Monken on that sideline.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 31. 10 yards. Spot on the foul. Repeat, second down.
Scoring update in the Southern Conference. By the way, in the fourth quarter, it's Furman 20, Appalachian State 10. 13-20 left to go in that contest up in Greenville, South Carolina.
4:39 to go here in the third quarter. 14-12, Georgia Southern leading by 2 with the football, but penalty laden today. Second down and 16 from the 48-yard line of the Eagles. Shaw looking to throw. Throwing out in the flat, and it'll be picked off at the 28-yard line. Citadel bringing it the other way, 40, 45, 50. Brandon McClatty with the interception brings it back to the Bulldog, across Bulldog territory into Eagle territory at the 49-yard line. Third interception of the season offered up by the Eagles. That'll be the second interception for McClatty. And that one too easy to take.
Not too easy to take. Brian, in that case, 1, it was not a very well thrown pass. 2, he missed his receiver. Showers was up the sideline, up the stripes, up the middle, wide open. He should have gone to him. Throws to Brian. Brian, in that case, has to turn around and become a defender and take the guy out, and he didn't. He waited for him to catch the ball.
I think he assumed that the safety was going to come over with Showers, and he ended up dropping Showers before the break.
Third turnover on the day for the Eagles.
First down, 10 at the 48. Aaron Miller and company back on the field. Bobbled the snap. Then has to dive on it and buried at the 48-yard line by Josh Rowe. Give Josh a little bit of a seam there, and Aaron Miller will pay the brunt of that one as he is hit hard on the back of the helmet. Face first into the dirt.
Look at 2 stats today. 9 penalties for 66 yards. And 4 fumbles, lost 2 of them, and 1 interception. That about sums it up.
Forward motion, a pickup of a yard. Second down, 9 at the 47. Bulldogs attack right to left, battling from the right hash mark. As Ben Dupree back in, hands it off. Darian Robinson quickly right up the seam inside the 40 to the Eagle 39-yard line. Very close to a first down for the Bulldogs. Depending on the spot, it appears they will put it just shy of the 39. It'll be third down and less than a yard.
Josh Rowe came in on a blitz on the right side of the center, and they ran to the left side of the center, and they ran to the right side of the center, right where Josh Rowe would have been at linebacker. Third down, they're 4 of 8 today.
Ben Dupree started the game, first time back in since the opening drive. The sophomore quarterback under center. On third and less than a yard, Dupree will keep around the right end, and he's got the first down. As Presame and company get him down, but not before he picks up the first. Let's see. Waiting on the spot, they may say a little shy, and maybe a measurement coming. It looked like he was able to know he is good enough for the first down. I don't know where the sticks were moved. They waited quite a while.
Antoine Williams came in with Presame to make the tackle, but a little bit too late. They're moving the chains, trying to capitalize on yet another turnover by Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern, 2 occasions here in the third quarter inside Bulldog territory, come up empty. It's first down 10 at the 38 at the Eagle 38 for the Bulldogs. Dupree will keep. Lost his footing, just leans forward, dives to about 35. Josh Rowe sweeped him up. But hand it to Dupree. He's able to pick up 3+ yards on the carry.
Not known for throwing the ball. Well, they're holding to it today. The Citadel Bulldogs have yet to even attempt to pass. 157 yards on the ground. They're averaging 4.4 yards per play.
3-yard pickup, second down 7 at the 35-yard line of the Eagles. Eagles defense without Brent Russell today have to find a way to dig deep here as the Bulldogs starting to get momentum. Quick dive, Robinson right across the middle. Leapfrogged a couple of defenders inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line.
Flag's going to go against the Citadel wide receiver and their A-back both moving at the same time. Coach Munkin letting them know it was happening as well. That'll back them up a little bit.
Nothing wrong with a little help.
Little help. That'll be their third penalty on the day for 34 yards.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 men moving prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
1:51 to go, third quarter, 14-12. Georgia Southern holding on to a 2-point lead. The Bulldogs staring down, second down, and about 12 here, just inside the Eagle 40-yard line. Ben Dupree, sophomore quarterback out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Under center in that flexbone formation, they'll motion an A-back. Here's the quick toss. John Douglas has got him, and John Douglas brings him down for a 4-yard loss. Terrence Martin took the pitch. John Douglas almost there for it. And he'll bring down a huge loss on that far sideline. Great play by Douglas, the senior out of Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah, they kind of forgot about John Douglas over there on that quick sweep. There was nobody on him. Wofford taking a 14-0 lead in the second quarter over Western Carolina. As we mentioned earlier, Chattanooga knocked off Sanford 24-9.
Third and 14 at the 42-yard line. On the day, Citadel 5 of 9 on third down conversions. Dupree under center. He wants to throw. Sets up a screen. He's got it to Robinson. Robinson is dropped at the 34-yard line, shy of the first down, but a good setup by the Citadel. Not known for throwing downfield, not known for throwing at all. And one of the highest screen passes you'll ever see in college football.
Yeah, I thought we might get a holding on that play, and I think Josh Rowe was asking for one as well. It's going to bring up fourth down at about 6 as the ball at the 34. It looks like they may go for it here, not trusting the leg of their kicker or the fact that we blocked their last 2 extra points. The wind's at their back.
First time they're going for it on fourth down today. They thought about it earlier in the second quarter. They're 47% on the season. Fourth down and 6 at the 34-yard line. Hand it off, and Robinson, he has the first down right up the middle and makes it down to just shy of the 20-yard line. It's a first down for the Citadel Bulldogs. Deion Stanley on the tackle, but not before Darian Robinson, the sophomore from McKeesport, Pennsylvania, just exploded up the middle of that line, had the first down and add some to it. It's first down and 10 now, just outside the Eagle red zone between the 20 and 21-yard line.
Jim Knowles up front for the Citadel has just absolutely worn us out in that defensive tackle position for Georgia Southern, and we got to get a handle on that here in the fourth.
That's the end of the third quarter. 14-12 our score. Teams will switch sides of the field. The Bulldogs look at first down and 10 just outside the Eagle red zone at the 20-yard line. We'll return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. Georgia Southern holding on to a 2-point lead, 14-12 over the Citadel Bulldogs. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Toyota doesn't need celebrities to help sell their cars. They'd rather let their owners do it. Wondering what your next car should be? Let a Toyota owner help you decide. Now get the 2011 Toyota Camry with 0% APR financing for 60 months plus $500 customer cash. Monthly payment is $1,667 for every $1,000 financed through Southeast Toyota Finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and applicable dealer fees. Cannot be combined with other offers. Must complete retail sale and delivery between September 7th to 30th, 2011. There's no better time and no better vehicle. Hurry to your local Toyota dealer today because these deals won't last long.
Hi, this is Beth Munkin. As the Georgia Southern football coach's wife, I know this. The triple option is tough to defend. I know the Knox Pest Control triple option is perfect to protect my home from disgusting pests, roaches, and mosquitoes. That's why I use Knox Pest Control. They've been serving the South since 1929. That's a fourth-generation tradition, the kind of tradition we like around the Statesboro area. Please give them a call. Knox Pest Control. Knox knocks them out.
Georgia Southern football powered by Georgia Power, proud supporter of the Georgia Southern Eagles, the official power supplier to Eagle fans everywhere. Georgia Power, a Southern company. Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles need to find some power here. 15 minutes put up on the board, fourth and final quarter, 14-12. They lead by 2. Very low-scoring game, pretty quick game as we now approach the 4 o'clock hour, but the Citadel Bulldogs look at first down and 10 just outside the Eagle red zone, placed between the 20 and 21-yard line. On the year, the Bulldogs 85% inside the red zone, 65% of the time they're able to find touchdowns. Here come the Bulldogs. They'll send back Ben Dupree. He's the quarterback. One receiver out wide to the left side, flexbone formation. First down and 10 just outside the 20. Dupree, options left side, caught and brought down at the 27-yard line by Kyle Olbeck. Beautiful run by Olbeck, just blew up the front line. And Ryan, you said before we went to break, Eagle defensive front would have to find a way to get some penetration on the offensive front of the Citadel.
Well, they held strong, and Citadel try to run to the strong side, the heavy side of their package to the far side. And if you can hold up your blocks, you get a guy like an Olbeck out there that can make a play.
Now, that wasn't a blitz either. He saw a seam and went for it.
You're right.
5-yard loss, second down 15, now at the 25. Working from the left hash mark, attacking left to right. Dupree under center, flexbone formation. Eagles with 7 in the box. Snap and dropped is Dupree by Corinthius Bailey, the junior out of Lula, Georgia. Untouched again, brought Dupree down right at the snap. That's a loss of a yard. It'll be third down and 16 at the 26.
But that's what I'm talking about, defense. It's time to get ticked off. Get mad because this crap shouldn't be happening right now. You front four are better than they are, and take them down. Knock them upside the head and get them out of this game. We don't want to wait till next week and have to play Wofford to get in the playoffs. Do it today and do it now.
Third down 16 at the 26-yard line. Dupree under center from the far side hash. Takes out. Draw. Giving chase. Bailey forced him out. He's brought down by Presume at the 25-yard line. It will be 4th and 15. Great play by Corinthius Bailey. 2 great back-to-back plays for the junior out of Lula, Georgia, in replace with Roderick Tinsley, Blake Riley, Justice Ajike, and Corinthius Bailey having to fill the hole with Brent Russell not here today. And the Citadel, it appears, will set up for a field goal. Ryan Sellers, his long is 37. He hit 2 from 37 yards out last week against VMI. This one will be 42 yards out. Wind is in his face, and timeout taken by Georgia Southern. 13:02 to play, fourth quarter action, 14-12. Eagles lead by 2. Bulldogs contemplating a field goal when we return. We'll return in just a moment to Allen E. Paulson Stadium. This is Georgia Southern football.
You're passionate about your team and your attire. And so is the Sur Shop. The Sur Shop is ready for Georgia Southern and UGA football with new hot lines for men and women like Cutter and Buck, Southern Tide, and Southern Proper, Guy Harvey, the North Face, and Southern Marsh. You've got style and class. So set off your new wardrobe with top brand shoes like Kavoo and Cole Haan. Let the Sur Shop add quality and style to your game day experience. The Sur Shop, located in the Statesboro Mall.
Monday night, it's a key NFC battle in Philadelphia when Michael Vick and the Eagles take on Jay Cutler and the Chicago Bears. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Join former NFL MVP Boomer Esiason and me live from the Subway Fresh broadcast booth. Both teams need a win to keep pace in their respective divisions. It's the Bears and the Eagles. If it's Monday Night Football, it's right here.
Monday at 8 on ESPN 102.1. ESPN 102.1.
After the timeout, the Citadel Bulldogs line up for a 42-yard field goal attempt. They trail 14-12 to Georgia Southern. This will be from the hash mark far side, kicking into the scoreboard here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. The win was in the face of Ryan Sellers. A long of 37 on the season. This would be a season long of 42 yards. Snap. It's a fake. No, he's going to punt. They snap it directly back to Sellers. He'll punt it inside the 10 and will be dropped at about the 6-yard line. So all the drama and all for naught. Georgia Southern will take over first down and 10, still hold the 2-point lead, 14-12 with 12:53 to play here in the fourth quarter. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. You're listening to Georgia Southern football on the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
ESPN 102.1.
Where only one can win.
WZAT FM, Tybee Island, Savannah.
Academic as well as athletic superiority.
A Cumulus media station.
Back inside the Verizon broadcast booth here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium, Chris Blair, former Eagle Terry Harvin, Ryan Chambers and Russ Brown, and Kevin Higgins, the head coach of the Citadel Bulldogs in his 7th season. Decides to play field position here. First down and 10 at the 7 for the Eagles. Jabo Shaw out of the shotgun. Will hand it off to Robert Brown. Robert Brown across the 10. Robert Brown across the 15. Makes it to the 16-yard line, just a yard shy of the first down. Carl Robinson on the stop, but interesting move by Coach Higgins. As we said, their field goal kicker, Ryan Sellers, had 2-point efforts blocked in today's game, Harvo. Only a long of 37. They line up for the 42 yards, but they decide to punt it away, put the Eagles back after some turnovers, and really pretty confident by this defense. They decide to play field position.
Wise move.
Second down 1 at the 16. Shaw going right side. Shaw 15. Shaw 20. Shaw 23-yard line. Darion Robinson got the pitch late. Contrella Showers with a great block downfield will spring the Eagles for a Franklin first down. They'll move the chains with 12:10 to play, and again Shaw showing his ability to wait till the last moment to make the pitch.
Certainly did. Move the chains, which is what exactly we needed to do, Chris.
Working to the short side of the field.
Yeah. With
that great block from Showers, if you work to the wide side, Robinson probably able to take that much farther. First down and 10 at the 24. Eagles will take it here. Split gun formation. Robinson and Brown in the backfield with Jabo Shaw. Low snap. Shaw holds. Here's the pitch. A little out in front of Robinson, but he'll hold on to the 30. Steps back in at the 31 and dropped by the Bulldogs there. The pickup of about 7 yards. Again, good pickup on first down. Quentin Taylor and Carl Robinson on the stop for the Bulldogs. It'll be second down and a little less than 4 for Georgia Southern with 11:28 to go in this game. The Eagles leading 14-12. Robert Brown doing a good job out on the perimeter, making the block, helping out Robinson.
Robinson on the day, 16 yards on the ground. Add about 7 to that. 23 now on the ground for Robinson.
Nico Hickey in a slot far side. Contrella Showers a receiver to the far side. Walker receiver to the near side as Shaw will keep around the left end. Back to about the 31-yard line, maybe a pickup of a yard. That'll set up 3rd and 3 Derek Douglas, the redshirt sophomore out of Garland, Texas, has 11 tackles for a loss this season for the Bulldogs. On the tackle for the Citadel. So 3rd down and 3. Eagles 4 of 7 on 3rd down today. Jarek McKinnon will check in from the near sideline, as well as Mitch Williford. Williford will line up as a wide out to the far side. Jonathan Bryant in the slot right side. Contrella Showers, the receiver, to the left. McKinnon in at quarterback, takes the shotgun snap. He'll option right side, throws it to Robinson, lost in the backfield. Robinson picks it up off the hop, and he'll be dropped back at the 23-yard line. Carson Smith credited with the tackle, and the Eagles explode in a negative way on 3rd down, and it will force Charlie Edwards onto the field to punt it here with 10:07 to go.
We are the better team. Unfortunately, we have allowed this team to stay in the game, and we're not playing very well.
Not a great read that time by McKinnon at all.
No,
not a lot of separation.
Good punt, Charlie. Come on, good punt.
Citadel lines up to come after this one. They have 8 block punts on the year. Charlie stands at the 6-yard line. Quick gets it away. Nice punt. Sending Greg Adams backpedaling. Takes a bounce for the Eagles inside the 30. Adams picks it up on the hop. Adams to the 35. Dropped at the 37-yard line near side. And that's where the Bulldogs take over with 9:37 to play. And the Eagles, 2 great opportunities early in the second half inside Bulldog territory. In fact, first down goal to go at the 1 for a fumble. They have yet to score here in the second half. Either team yet to hit pay dirt. But now the Bulldogs come back out. And they put together some long sustained drives so far in this game, and it's just a 2-point Georgia Southern lead, 14-12, and the Citadel Bulldogs brought a good crowd with them across the way and brought every commandant there is over at the military campus. Here's the reverse. Here's Kevin Hardy around the left side. Kevin Hardy with a lot of room across midfield. Kevin Hardy to the 40, bounced out of bounds far side at the Georgia Southern 40-yard line. Hardy showing some speed there. That is his 5th carry on the year. Came into the game with 90 yards. And the senior from Ocala, Florida. Big play on first down. Sets up the Bulldogs. 1st down and 10. They'll mark it at the 38-yard line of Georgia Southern.
Got to stay wider than your widest blocker when you're on the other side of this offense, and that can happen.
1st down 10 at the 38. Aaron Miller back in at quarterback. They've used both Dupree and Miller on the day. Miller looking to throw. Steps back deep. Fires across the middle and incomplete. No, it's intercepted at the 8-yard line. What a play by Hudson Presame, coming over the top, grabbing it with 2 hands and holding on as he fell to the floor. The first interception offered up in today's game. That'll be the 3rd for Aaron Miller on the season. Presame with his 3rd interception of the year. And after the Bulldogs had some momentum, Hudson Presame comes up huge. And what a catch. Looked like he got his hands on it. I was surprised he was able to hold on.
Yeah, the Citadel sideline is wanting a pass interference because they feel like Presame pushed the receiver in the back and then went over to intercept the ball because the receiver wasn't in play. I just watched the replay, and I'll take the ball.
Yeah, me too.
1st down and 10 at the 9-yard line. So the Eagles back on the field offensively. 9:05 to go in this game. They'll hand it off. Robert Brown, and he carries a couple of Bulldogs across the 15, just shy of the 17-yard line. A pickup of 6 hard yards for Robert Brown, the sophomore out of Macon, Georgia. Came into the game with 1,738 career yards so far for the sophomore. He's got 12 career touchdowns. So far on the year, came into the game 725 yards on the ground.
He's got
2nd down and 2 from the 17-yard line. Much more manageable as Jarek McKinnon under center as quarterback. Follows behind the offensive line, leaps across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. He's got enough for a Franklin 1st down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Rod Harlan on the tackle once again, inside linebacker for the Citadel Bulldogs, as we are now approaching the 8.5-minute mark in this game. And both coaches, Harvo, have to be very unpleased with turnovers and swing of momentum throughout the 1st and 2nd half.
Well, no doubt about it. They threw 2 passes, and one was an interception. No fumbles on the day for the Citadel that they have lost. Brown just wheeling his way through there. Brown had 70 yards on the ground today on 13 carries. McKinnon just at about 30 as the time is clicking and nobody's calling timeout, and they do. Time clock, the play clock down to 0 before Coach Monken can call another timeout, Chris.
8:03 to play. The Eagles a little out of sorts offensively. Have to burn the timeout. They look at first down and 10 at their very own 21-yard line. We'll return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. Your score, Georgia Southern 14, the Citadel 12. This is Georgia Southern football.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
In St. Simons, call Maggie Dutton, Brad Kaiser in Augusta, or Charlie Eaton in Martinez.
Around the corner can be a physical place or a state of mind. BB&T is there, firmly rooted in our community. For more than 135 years, we've been sharing financial knowledge with our clients, our neighbors, our friends, and that's how you can bank today. More informed and more confident in your decisions so you can move in a brighter financial direction. BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction.
Member FDIC.
The final 8 minutes and 3 seconds in this game. Georgia Southern holding on to a 2-point lead, 14-12. Eagles with the football, first down and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Had to burn the timeout just before getting lined up as the play clock started to dwindle down. Eagles dressed in their home blue, white pants, Citadel Bulldogs in white tops, white bottoms, and powder blue numbers and trim. First down and 10 at the 21. Robert Brown spinning at the 25. Robert Brown up to about the 28-yard line. A pickup of 7. And checking the Southern Conference scoreboard. Furman wins today over Appalachian State in Greenville. 20-10 is the final score.
How about that, folks? 20-10. We get a win today. We got to pull this off, and then let's go take on Wofford for the SoCon outright. But we got to win today, Chris.
7:32 to go in this game. 14-12, Eagles lead. Second down 2 at the 28. Snap to McKinnon. He'll follow behind the line. McKinnon got some room, tripped up as he made it across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Dalton Trevino on the stop, but it's a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles, who are happy to move the chains. They'll get it set. The clock will begin momentarily with 7:20 to go in this contest. Did we mention Furman beat Appalachian State today?
Wow.
First down 10. 37-yard line of the Eagles. McKinnon under center. Motion Hickey. McKinnon will keep. And Citadel able to come from behind. Derek Douglas coming backside to pull down Jarek McKinnon at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second down 10 from the 37-yard line. Contrella Showers will check into the lineup. Both teams in this triple option offense today have utilized multiple skill position players, as McKinnon will check out. Jabo Shaw back under center here. Second down 10 at the 37. He'll work out of a flexbone formation. Shaw will have Hickey and Jonathan Bryan at A-back. They'll fake the quick toss. Option, Hickey, far side, 40, 45, near the first down sticks. They'll say he's out of bounds, far sideline at the 48-yard line. Should be enough for a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. And Nico Hickey, the senior out of Columbus, Georgia, has come up big today. Already a scoring touchdown.
Not only running the ball, Chris, but he's come up big blocking, which is what we didn't have last week against App State.
18,408 in attendance here for homecoming day 2011.
Really?
First down 10 at the 48-yard line. Shaw again under center. Flexbone formation. Give the ride off to Robert Brown across midfield into Bulldog territory to the 48-yard line. Pickup of 4. It'll be second down 6. Rod Harlan again, the inside linebacker, senior out of Hartwell, Georgia. Played at Hart County High School. Will make the stop for the Bulldogs as Patrick Barker checks back in. Now comes Jarek McKinnon back into the lineup.
Come on, folks. Let's give us another 5-minute drive and then score with about, 2 seconds left to go.
Just about 11 minutes after the hour of 4 o'clock. This game tipped off at 2 o'clock. Quick moving game between two triple option teams. Second down 6 at the Bulldog 48-yard line. McKinnon, midline option. McKinnon Right side, inside the 45 and down to about the 41-yard line. It'll be Rod Harlan on the stop. Very close, if they haven't indicated yet, for a Franklin first down. They'll place the ball down at the 41. And I believe a measurement upcoming. Ed Rhodes calling for time. But credit the Citadel Bulldogs. And Coach Monken said it earlier this week. Coach Kevin Higgins, in his 7th season, after 5 years in Charleston, decides to go to the option attack. They bring in offensive coordinator Bob Bodine.
Used to be here.
Used to be at Georgia Southern. As it is a measurement and a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. All first downs this season, fans, brought to you by Franklin Chevrolet. Check them out online at franklinchevrolet.com. If the Franklin name's not on the back of your truck, you paid too much. But going back to Bob Bodine and hiring some staff that's very familiar with this triple option attack, they've stuck with it and have improved this season. Going back to what I said earlier, they've been able to have their skill players stay healthy, something that has plagued the Bulldogs over the last several years. First down and 10 at the 41 of Citadel, as the Eagles give it off to Robert Brown. And again, nothing up the middle. Derek Douglas got to him first, and a loss on the play back to the 43-yard line, a loss of 2.
Douglas was just one of 3 on the play that hit him at the line of scrimmage, including Rod Harlan. They've basically taken that outside linebacker and blitzed him every play as the Citadel Bulldogs call a timeout.
4:43 to go in this game. Georgia Southern looking at 2nd down and 13 when we return. They lead 14-12 over the Bulldogs. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Holiday season has arrived. Walker Pharmacy wants to share this special season with you. While getting your prescriptions filled, the friendly staff at Walker Pharmacy will help you find the perfect holiday gift for everyone on your list. They make it easy to get in the holiday spirit with their affordable home decor and trendy fall apparel. Come on in. You won't believe how much there is to see. Walker Pharmacy is located in Main Street Village, North Side Drive West in Statesboro, and Brooklet Drug in downtown Brooklet.
The competition has been thrown for a loss. Every day, Vaden Nissan of Statesboro tackles high car prices and payments with huge discounts and savings and passes them directly to you on every new Nissan car and truck in stock. Right now, take $10,000 off 2011 Titans. MSRP $40,005, selling price $30,005. Plus tax and title, dealer retains all rebates and incentives. Plus hundreds of pre-owned cars and trucks in stock every day. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro. Just look for the giant American flag.
ESPN 102.1.
Second and 13 at the 44-yard line. Quick toss, Nico Hickey, far side to the 40. Had a little bit of a seam, but the Bulldogs come over quickly. Chris Billingsley brings down Hickey at about the 37-yard line. But a good pickup will set up a manageable 3rd down of about 5 yards here for Georgia Southern with 4:35 to go in this game. The Eagles up by 2, 14-12. Timeout taken on the field. And we'll hold it right here. And Georgia Southern struggling today. And Terry, I think the story is going to be, regardless of the outcome of the game, penalties and turnovers, something we thought we may have gotten out of the system last week in Boone.
You would have hoped so. And defense is going to be, you know what they run, folks. They don't throw, they run. And we really... a field goal. Adrian Moore hopefully can stick it through and make Citadel score a touchdown to beat you here, folks. Big crowd on floor today. This is a huge win if we can pull it off with App State falling to Furman today.
In case you're just joining us, Georgia Southern kicked off to start the game. The Citadel, 2 plays, 31 yards. Darian Robinson from 26 yards out made it 6-0. The point after was blocked with 13:53 to go. Georgia Southern's own D-Rob. Darian Robinson, a 63-yard pass from Jabo Shaw on the first play of scrimmage, made it a 7-6 game with Morris point after. Citadel would score with Aaron Miller from 2 yards out to make it 12-7, and then with 3:53 to go before halftime, Nico Hickey on a 14-yard run led us to our score, 14-12. 3rd down and 5. Shaw throwing, looking, and it is incomplete down at the goal line. Trying to find Jonathan Bryant. The ball held up in the air a little too long, and Bryant got sandwiched by Brandon McClatty. down at the 1. That'll set up 4th and 5 with 4:29 to go, and Charlie Edwards out to punt it away.
In between 3 Citadel defenders, we still almost pull it off, and we're having to do exactly what we didn't want to have to do with 4 minutes and 29 seconds to go in this game, leading only by 2, having to give it back to the Citadel Bulldogs.
Edwards stands at the Eagle 48. Adams stands at the 10. Edwards trying to angle this one. Takes a bounce at the 3, but into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Citadel takes over, 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Also, in case you're joining us, Brent Russell, standout defensive tackle, the junior, not available today, not playing in the game. And of course, it is a team sport, but a big loss up front defensively, although give credit where credit's due. Tinsley, Riley, Bailey, and Ajike have all played well today. It's certainly not the same up front defensively without Brent Russell.
No doubt about it. And then you got to miss Wilcox, too. I know Nico Hickey has played a good ball game today, but you miss Wilcox and what he brings to the table, his big size, too.
Last time out, Georgia Southern's defense held strong.
Come on, guys.
1st down, 10 at the 20-yard line. They'll go with Aaron Miller, and they'll go for the quick toss, and Eagles cover it up. Eventually, the play is stopped as John Douglas and Blake Riley pull down Van Dyke Jones. It really, I know Coach Higgins not happy at all that play was called dead, but Douglas just couldn't get Van Dyke Jones on the ground inside the 5.
They're looking out for the health of Van Dyke Jones. They don't whistle that. He's getting his head taken off.
No, but that's strange there. He was still moving.
16-yard line, a loss of 4 yards. 2nd down and 14 at the 16-yard line. Miller. Pitch near side, a lot of running room for Ricky Anderson up across the 20, 25, and out of bounds near side at about the 28-yard line. Shy of the 1st down, but it sets up very manageable 3rd.
I think they may give him the 1st down here, Chris. Let's see where they got it. Nope. Yep. I think they're going to give him the 1st down.
They do give him the 1st down to the 30-yard line.
They're having some indecision. Hold on, Chris. Sorry.
I don't think they were all in agreement. It looked like he was out of bounds near side at the 29, which would be a yard shy. But a great run by Ricky Anderson out of Cape Coral, Florida.
Okay, it's 3rd and inches, Chris.
That could be key as they will start the clock with 3:34 here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and inches for the Bulldogs. Just shy of the 30-yard line. Miller rolls out to his left. He wants to throw. Miller now setting up blocks. Miller, he's got the 1st down, and far sideline, he's across the 35 to about the 38-yard line.
And he gets out of bounds. We had him hemmed up. Good coverage downfield. We had him hemmed up, and he gets out of bounds and stops the clock with 3:18 to go, and the ball's going to be spotted at the Citadel 39-yard line with a fresh set of downs. We need a big turnover here, defense. You got to get in the grill and take him down.
1st down 10, now just shy of the 40-yard line of their very own. 14-12, Georgia Southern holding on to a 2-point lead, but the Citadel on the move. Aaron Miller, freshman quarterback. He's led some comebacks this year. Hands it off. It'll be Robinson. About an 8-yard gain up near midfield to the 48-yard line. Hudson Presume makes the stop. And Miller led a remarkable comeback against Chattanooga earlier this season when they pulled the red shirt off of that freshman out of Clover, South Carolina.
This is when you take a shot downfield and 2nd and 1. Why not?
2nd down 1. Just shy of the 49-yard line of their very own. Miller, flex bone formation. Motion everybody in the backfield. Here's the option pitch. Coming near side is Ricky Anderson. He's got the 1st down into Eagle territory at the 48-yard line, but they were double motion in the backfield. There are flags all over the field. I think this one's coming back.
This will be their 4th penalty on the day. Stat monitor says 2. I've got him for 4.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 men moving at the snap. A 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
I think they had about 3 men moving, but anyway.
They did.
Much time we got left. 2:27 on the clock, folks. Leading by 2 here. Need this victory to go on to Wofford. Come on, defense.
Citadel breaks from the huddle quickly after the infraction. Moves them back to the 44-yard line of their very own. 2nd down and about 7. As Miller Under center, takes out, sprinting to his right, wants to throw in the flat. Incomplete at the 48-yard line, near side, looking for Van Dyke Jones, and the throw off the mark. Miller did not look comfortable throwing on the run. Lavelle Westbrook's on coverage, and that will set up 3rd down and about 7 for the Bulldogs.
And I thought LaRon Scott was going to come up fast enough to make the interception on the tip, which would have been huge. The Bulldogs 5 of 9. This is 2-down territory for Citadel. 5 of 9 on 3rd down conversions today. 1 of 1 on 4th down. How much time? We got 10-15, 10-17 on the clock.
3rd down and a short 7 at the 43-yard line of their very own. Miller under center. They'll motion one back. They'll fake the give. Sprint out again. Miller in traffic. Throws. Incomplete again at the 48. This time looking for Darian Robinson. Great coverage and a nice hit by Darius Eubanks to seal the deal. It will be 4th down and 6 at the 43.
Good coverage on their first option, which was down sideline. LaRon Scott playing man, Ryan, and he didn't have a step on LaRon at all.
No, and don't let anything get behind you. And Georgia Southern has done very good at keeping everything in front. They're so good out on the perimeter. And we know we've got 2 of the best corners in the country, really. And Presame, throw him in there. 3 of the best.
Last time in 4th down, they went right up the gut, guys.
4th down and 6 at the 43-yard line with 2:11 to go. Miller drops back again, looking to throw in the flat and caught at the 39-yard line by Greg Adams. It's a 1st down for the Bulldogs with 2:04 to play. The Bulldogs have only thrown for 37 yards per game all season. And a huge pass from Aaron Miller to Greg Adams, the junior out of Gadsden, South Carolina, sets up the Bulldogs 1st down and 10 at the 39-yard line. We have 2 minutes to play in this game. 1st and 10 at the 39. Bulldogs, flexbone formation. Miller under center. Gives out. Now keeps. Breaks some tackles and makes it down to the 31.
That wasn't even a good route.
Roderick Tinsley on the stop, but not before Miller picks up nearly 8.5 yards.
Give me a good sack here. Knock him out of field goal range. Come on, defense. Come on, defense.
1:33, clock moving, 4th quarter, 14-12. Georgia Southern leads by 2, but the Bulldogs keep on coming. 2nd down and 2 at the 31. Miller, option deep in the hole, trying to turn the corner near side, and dropped at the 29-yard line is Terrence Martin. That'll drop them back. Let's see where they mark it. They mark it at the 29, so no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and a yard here with 1:05 clock moving. Citadel quickly breaks the huddle. One receiver out far to the left side, one to the short side of the field. Aaron Miller under center. We got 56 seconds to play in a 14-12 game. 3rd down and 1. They'll give the ride. No, they'll keep it. Miller. And he'll make his way to the 24-yard line. It's enough for a Citadel 1st down. Kyle Obeck on the stop. And with 48 seconds remaining, Citadel will move in personnel here. And Georgia Southern's defense going to have to make a play. The long for the season for Ryan Sellers is 37 yards. But the Bulldogs with time here with the clock moving, 42 seconds. Miller lost the fumble, lost the snap. He's able to fall on it at the 23. Almost didn't see that he didn't have the football, and
they're asking for a spike on the sideline. They have 1 timeout left, and he's asking to spike the ball.
And he does. Takes the snap on 2nd down and 10. Spikes the ball, stops it with 26.5 seconds.
All right, defense, this is huge. Everything, the whole season's on the line here, guys. Come on now.
14-12, Georgia Southern leads by 2. 26 seconds remain in this game. The Citadel looking at 3rd and 10 at the Eagle 24-yard line, attacking left to right. Miller under center, 2 receivers to the left side. Miller, late pitch, gets it off. And Ricky Anderson inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. And the final timeout will be taken by Coach Kevin Higgins with 18 seconds to play in this game. It's hard to believe Georgia Southern, one of the most prolific offenses in FCS football this season, with 251 yards of total offense today. Only 14 points And they hold with a 2-point lead with 18 seconds to go, and the Citadel inside the Eagle red zone, just inside the 20.
I can't believe they even took a timeout right there and not let the clock tick down just a little bit more before you take the timeout. But they are in field goal range. If your field goal kicker can't make it from this distance, he doesn't need to kick in college. And we need to come up with a big play here, or next week is going to be a tough one. Big play here, defense. If you've ever blocked one, this is when we need it. This fan base is stunned, on their feet, quiet and stunned. Whatever happened in Greenville today doesn't really matter.
So the Bulldogs staring at 4th and 5 inside the 20-yard line. Will send out Ryan Sellers. He has a long of 37 yards. The wind will be in his face. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Hash mark near side, or check that. Yes, 37-yard attempt. Hash mark near side with 18 seconds to go in the game. Waiting on the snap. Still waiting. Here it comes, a high snap. Kick is on its way, plenty of distance, and it's no good. Wide right with 13 seconds to go. Georgia Southern may have held as Ryan Sellers misses the field goal wide right from 37 yards out. He hit 2 against VMI last week from 37 yards. And the football gods looking down on the Eagles on this Saturday afternoon.
You didn't play it with the wind, Terry. You got to take that chip shot out and play the wind, and he kicked it right in the wind. It looked good until it hit the 5, and then it curled wide right. It wasn't even close by the time it got into the end zone.
Well, it was a combination.
Play the wind, Terry. You got to play the wind.
Well, and offensively, they got to play it where they run the ball in the middle of the field so your kicker doesn't have to deal with the hash marks. And 2, they're playing with the wind. And 3, remember, we blocked 2 extra points. So you've got the hash mark playing in his mind. You got the wind playing in his mind, and we blocked 2 extra points. Kicking is a very mental ball game, and that just came proof positive right there that we may have dodged 7 seconds left, dodged a huge bullet here today.
14-12, Georgia Southern leads by 2. They take over possession after the missed field goal. 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Victory formation as Jay Beauchaux under center will take the snap and take a knee. And the Citadel Bulldogs come up empty, trying to win just their 2nd time in Statesboro. And what an effort by Coach Kevin Higgins and the Citadel. But a missed field goal by Ryan Sellers from 37 yards out is the difference. Horn sounds. This one is in the books, and Georgia Southern holds on to win 14-12 over the Citadel Bulldogs. The Eagles up their record to 8-1 on the season. More importantly, just 1 loss in conference play, and with the Appalachian State Mountaineers falling today to the Furman Paladins, it sets up quite a showdown in Spartanburg next Saturday for a Southern Conference title between the Eagles and Wofford. But we'll worry about that in a few hours. Today, on homecoming day at Georgia Southern, the Eagles squeak by 14-12. They win over the Citadel Bulldogs. We'll take a timeout, return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
There's nothing like going to Georgia Southern football games dressed with the latest styles from the University Store.
From Eagle jerseys, official Nike sideline gear, and largest selection of licensed caps and t-shirts, no one beats the University Store.
No game day experience is quite complete without a visit to our main campus location with free parking and bus transportation to and from Paulson Stadium.
You can even shop inside of the stadium newly remodeled stadium shops.
And no matter where you are, you can show your Eagle pride by shopping online anytime at gsusstore.com.
The University Store, much more than a bookstore, your one-stop shop for all things Southern.
Oh, man, what a hike.
Yeah.
Whoa, Big Bear, right next to your new Jeep.
No! Oh, I just won that from the Georgia lottery.
Sure. Now he's in your Jeep.
It's on his paws. Are those driving gloves?
Mike, you left the keys under the seat.
Win one of 15 Jeep Wranglers plus $25,000 cash to make it your own. Play the new Jeep Outdoor Adventure Instant game only from the Georgia Lottery.
14-12, Georgia Southern holds on for the win over the Citadel Bulldogs in a nail-biter, to say the least, here on Homecoming Day 2011. Welcome back, Chris Blair, Terry Harvin, Ryan Chambers, and Russ Brown. Kind of the feeling of the crowd here, a little bit of stunned feeling after the Citadel Bulldogs gave quite an effort. Came ready to play from over Charleston way. Opened the game, the opening drive, right down the field after a great kick return. To start the game, Darian Robinson, 26-yard run on 2 plays, makes it a 6-0 Citadel lead. The point after is missed. Then the Eagles would answer back on their first play of scrimmage. Darian Robinson would take a 63-yard pass from Jabo Shaw to make it 7-6 with Mora's kick. Good. 8:08 to go in the second quarter. Aaron Miller, after a 17-play drive and 82 yards, taking up nearly 9 minutes, would get in for the score for the Bulldogs to make it 12-7. And then with 3:53 to go in the second quarter, Nico Hickey on a 14-yard quick toss. Adrian Mora would make the point after, and the Eagles would hold on 14-12. Not a single score in the second half of action today. Georgia Southern on the afternoon. 9 yards for the Citadel. They'd have 264 yards of total offense. Jabo Shaw, 4 of 7 passing, did have his 3rd interception of the year for 129 yards and a touch to Darian Robinson. On the ground, Robert Brown, 17 carries, just shy of 100 yards on 93 yards. Had 90 yards after a 3-yard loss. Jarek McKinnon in at quarterback several times.